Hello, I'm Eagle Gardens 1 on Instagram, and this is Weed Nerd World episode 538. How you guys doing? Been missing you guys myself. Hopefully you guys are doing well this fine late Monday evening. Let me get my chat all brought around, popped out. Everything going here. Cheers, Stony Creek. Oh, shit. Joe Y. Wrong button there. Chat popped out. There we go. Live chat brought around. How you guys doing? Lucky Mike. Get my stuff going here. Try to get some music playing. How you guys doing? What are you smoking on? Voodoo Ultras. What about Bob? Cheers to all you guys. Trying to get my stuff all together here. Go. I think we're ready for some music. There we go. Window dope in the background while we wait for a couple of you all to pop in. Nice to see you guys show up on such a short notice. Always an honor. The Weed Nerd. We do remember the Weed Nerd every night. Go, it's dropped a hint in another chat that we were live. What we got here? I haven't caught Smiley's update yet. I gotta fucking check that out. A lot of his stuff looks fire. Smiley be popping on here in a few. He said he'd be available around 2. Cindy, I'm smoking a little bit of Colombian. That number 6 pheno. Smoking pretty good. Enjoying it. Sure, we got a ton of it. Cheers, Hillbilly Ers. I'm doing okay. Hope you are doing well. In the house, genetics is on Medical Mondays. Nice. I don't catch the Medical Mondays that often. Tons of respect for them guys, though. When the first that we're kind of popping it off out here in Michigan, don't get as much credit as they deserve. Cheers to them. Just bought a pocket screw jig for my drill. Oh, I love that. The Craig system. You love that Craig system. I actually have that myself. I love using it. It comes in handy for so much shit. I actually quit a lot of the other joinery when like rabbits, potatoes, and shit like that came out. It's kind of easier for some joints. Not all. Some are way strong. For the most part, I do enjoy the Craig pocket hole system. Still what? I got that whole set myself. I don't have the machine. I almost brought it down and bought the machine at one point. But I do enjoy that. Alex, boy, Chef, how you doing? Smoking a little Colombian. Hopefully you'll hang out and smoke with me. And we'll get a couple of you guys on here soon. Get a couple people get the notification going. Get a couple in. Got some stuff we talked about. I do have like a shit ton of this Colombian laying around. Gotta do a little bit of harvesting at some point this evening. Cheers, Modern Genetics. Always a pleasure to see you, my friend. Old Smoke, cheers. How you doing? Teeny 101. Always a pleasure. I had a really cool experience the other day. I was at Walmart with my daughter, and I seen this gentleman. I believe his name is David. Approached me from the side there. Thank you. It's his cat. Comes up and he's like, you know, Eagle, I'm really enjoying the show. Thanks for doing what you do, brother. I thought that was really cool, man. It's the first time in a minute that I've been stopped in the public. Thanks for what I do, I guess. It was a pretty cool day. Even more so, it was kind of cool. It happened in front of one of my daughters. Recognition in front of them. It's always kind of cool, I think. Black coffee tonight. Holy shit. Been my friend lately. Helped me get through the old black coffee. A little bit of Jerry Clark Jr. here, playing in the background. Pretty good. Pretty good stuff. One of the things about not being regulated anymore is people just ain't here. Ain't getting the notifications. It's all good though. Life has thrown some curveballs, that's for sure. Cheers, Miranda Family Farms. I've definitely plucked a few nugs early just to see what the hell I've got, that's for sure. Some of the Chilean there, Miranda Family Farm. Pretty good stuff, man. I'd say the number 6 there is the fucking the UK cheese leaner. I'm not staying firm by there. Martial artist. Always a pleasure. Johnny Cannesseed. Music down a little bit.
What's up, Eagle?
Cheers,
How's
Johnny.
my brother doing? Can you hear me good?
All right. I can hear you beautifully.
Excellent.
Shut this music off so I can hear you even better. How
Turn
you
this
been,
thing
brother?
sideways. I've been good. Been worried about you. Good to see you. It's a blessing. See my brother up and out here doing.
Is it me that's losing it? Oh no! Hopefully I'm not losing my connection already. I lost you, Johnny. Hopefully it isn't me. I got a feeling it's me though. Hillbilly Herbs. Captain 420, how you doing?
What's up, brother? I'm still here.
There. Okay.
I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm still here. I don't know what the fuck happened, man. I ran out here looking to see if I can't shut off the Wi-Fi or what's going on. So how's it going, man? Turn this thing sideways again, see if it messes it up. Okay,
it's going, I guess. I've got my health. I'm healthy. Going
awesome,
with that.
man. Awesome. Good to hear. Oh, there we go again. Son of a gun. Okay. I have
Hang in there, Johnny.
to turn off this Wi-Fi somehow. Find this Wi-Fi and shut it off. I'm going to keep talking so you know I'm here. I don't know what the heck's going on with this shit.
I actually
What's
thought
up?
it the first time. I thought it was the good old hackers. I'm like, already? Man, I've
No,
been gone
no.
for a week. I've only been on for 10 minutes. You guys are gonna hack me already.
Yeah, I'm gonna shut this Wi-Fi thing off here and see if that doesn't clear it up. You can still hear me.
How you been though, Johnny?
I've been good. I had Mike Ragoon. He stopped by the other day, and he helped me out with mixing up a bunch of new soil. What a blessing, you know.
Nice.
I had
Pretty freaking awesome.
man, I had a lot of soil. I probably had about a yard of soil, of my soil, that I'd gathered up through, you know, purchasing and Smiley.
What's up, man?
What's up, brother? Yeah, so I collected up a bunch throughout the, the year, 2 years of growing so far. And so I brought out what I had, and Mike Groom, he brought over some build soil implements to add into it. And I've never added gypsum into my soil before, so this is the first. And we did a bunch of mixing and filled up a bunch of pots and filled up a few containers that I had so that I got it all stored, and it's sitting there cooking. And I've transferred some of my my seedlings into location, so I can actually show you if it doesn't shut off on me. Show you my babies in place. And all the beans that I dropped the other day didn't make it because I lost power.
Oh, that's
And yeah, when I lost power, I lost everything. Okay, what do I got to do? Shut off the background? Is that what I got to do? Okay, let's see here. Background and filters, none. There we go. Okay. All right, so these are my new ones that I got in place. I've transplanted into my 1.5s. And I found out that this little baby right here is not actually a 7, it's a 15 gallon. So I didn't even know what the hell I was growing out of. So I'm guessing that these little ones here that I have are not actually 3 gallons or 4 gallons. That's my guess. Can you guys still hear me and see me?
Yeah.
All right, good. All right. So, and then this
It
here,
looked to be like a 3-gallon to me.
yeah, they look like a 3 gallon, but if that one there says it's a 15, then, I'm not sure. But, and a 5 gallon bucket next to that is pretty close to it. But this one here is my DOA, the one that showed male. And then I took him out of flower and stuck him back in veg, and I've been hanging on to him so that I can, because it's got a really awesome smell to it. It's got a nice look to it as well. And so, yeah, I like it. And I'm looking forward to crossing that over. All right. Which is, there we go. I don't know what I just did.
Sorry.
What's up, man? Ready to go.
What up, Mr. Smiley? How you doing?
Doing well, man. It's Monday. Had a good weekend. Hope everybody's ready for next weekend.
Why? What's next weekend?
Christmas, man.
That's right. That's right. I'm just messing.
holiday.
Shit. Well, amongst all the bullshit, I kind of forgot Christmas was next week.
Right?
Saturday, right?
Snuck up on me.
Yeah, it's something like that Saturday, because yeah, Friday's the
I think it
day
snuck up.
before.
Man. It came out quick this year, but I guess I'm not watching TV, commercials or whatever too, where you get to see all the ads for all the stuff. But
So you're not getting propagandized?
it snuck up on me, man. Like, no, I don't know. I shouldn't say that either. I just procrastinate.
Well, definitely
I'll
snuck
own
up
it.
on
I'll
me,
own
that's
it.
for sure.
I'll own it. Right on, Smiley.
Yeah, I actually lost my power, Johnny. I think it was Thursday or Friday. And I was out power for 3 days, almost 3 days there. Sitting up here. Yeah, I had definitely had some damage around my garden from the power loss as well.
So did you have like a major windstorm or something? I seen something like that blowing through there.
Oh yeah, we definitely had a terrible windstorm through northern Michigan. Man, I never seen trees bend so much as they did over that weekend. Man, they at one point my trees looked sideways. The top half looked sideways. Yes, the wind
No
blew in my
kidding.
backyard. Oh yeah, it
Wow.
was crazy.
There's a couple of
Then
times
once
in oh, go ahead.
once the power goes out like that, they won't send the crews up if the wind's over 35. They didn't die down for like at least a day or so. So it wasn't
They're
even a
not gonna,
possibility of the crews going
yeah,
out.
they're not gonna put those boys up in the trees or doing shit like that in the wind. That's not written into the contract.
I don't blame them, man. I used
Yeah.
to do bucket work and the light wind. That shit's crazy. 35 or better, man. That thing's blowing your bucket, 6 feet. Then
Especially
with
if you're
the
30 foot up in the air.
reflex back.
Oh yeah. And you're just hoping there's enough
man.
counterbalance down there to hold you up. Yeah, there's been a few times down in California where we had Santa Ana winds blowing through, and I had palm trees in my front yard, and they would literally bow over to my neighbor's yard across the street. I mean, they were almost touching in their driveway from my street, and from my yard, and that's across the street. It was bowing over. Totally crazy. I was expecting it to snap or pop out of the ground,
Cheers, something 20, yo.
Oh,
This is
I'm ready.
Cheers.
Let's burn that baby up.
I was all hustling to get this thing rolled for it.
I was already burning.
Said you were smoking Colombian Eagle. I rolled up some Jack Skillington, but not the keeper cut, but one of the good ones.
Well, I'm
I think
smoking
my
the
second
DOA.
choice was the 4.
I'm smoking my DOA strain, which is cool. Awesome. We're all cheering to the man up above there.
I was gonna say I still got to put the room back together and get them things vegged out yet, but basically the ones I had all lined up I cut down because I had ones staged behind it that were smaller or whatever. So I'll take cuts of them again, get them transplanted in the earth boxes and get it rocking. But it did set it behind a little bit. Is what it is, man. It's not
So are you gonna make some changes in the put back together period there?
Nothing major, just I don't know. I moved some fans around a little bit and shit like that. You know what I mean? Just minor things, I guess. Nothing real crazy. But I gotta get the air exchange in between my flower room and my bedroom. So like when the lights are on in the bedroom, the AC is in the flower room. So like somehow I want to try to exchange the air from veg when the lights are on and just running all the time is what I was thinking. But that way, like when the lights are on in veg and it's heating up, I'm at least moving some of that air into the flower room and getting it to kick the AC on and hopefully move it back to where it's not going to run real hot. Because what I was running into is it'll get fucking 92 in there real fast with the veg light. I got a metal halide light, and it would just heat up real fast. So like I would always see it in the 90s, and then the plants in the bedroom there would kind of show it too. Like they'd slowly kind of be like deteriorating. Like they just weren't happy with shit. And so that's the other reason too. I mean, at the barn, everything kind of stays a lot better. So whatever I have out there right now is just getting happier. So when I bring it back, it'll be a lot better shape too. So. No, that was
I unfortunately will get to redesign my room or the new room whenever that there happens. But yeah, as that happens, as you guys are putting yours back together, I'm in the process of tearing mine down. You know, I kind of talked about it a few times here in the last month or so, but the bad dream, the nightmare, or whatever you want to call it, is most definitely a reality. So room is definitely coming down. Things are definitely, which is in tune, gonna fucking have its effects on the show too. So you're coming soon. Things are. All I can say at this point is I thank everybody for hanging out and being a part of this thing up until this point. But from here on out, the show is going to be spotty at best until I can get set back up in the new location, which could be a couple months. Uh, I've kind of talked about, that I had some shit come up with the house here that I wasn't able to rectify. So,
You have
unfortunately,
a
going to have to
place?
pull up roots. Well, no, we'll find something. We just kind of got the notice today, so it is what it is. So,
Merry fucking Christmas. Huh?
Yeah. No shit.
yeah, it was a huge Merry Christmas. One of the reasons I probably forgot. It's
I can
Saturday.
totally understand that. Yeah. Totally understand that. Wow, that's
Things from here on out are going to be a little different as far as the show. Spotty at best. Fuck, man, I can't believe how weird my sleeping schedule got, man. For the last couple weeks, man, I've been out like 8 o'clock at night, waking up at middle of the night, kind of flip flop, getting up, man. I've been getting up at like 5:30 in the morning, like a real old man. Sitting around a couple hours, man. It's quiet around here.
Are you eating dinner like at 3:30, 4 o'clock too?
No, I haven't. I haven't met that level yet. No, I'm still eating like right before I pass out, like 8 or 9. But
it's normally what makes us fall asleep is that introduction of food into our stomach that makes us want to go to sleep. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, I'm looking at it as a good opportunity. Time to spread the wings, find something a little bit better, maybe bigger. You never know. But
right on.
shit, it's probably the first time in 6 years I've had to tear down. Hopefully, I can at least kind of fucking keep the strains. You know what I mean? The veg, keep some solo cup mounts until I can get some shit set up. It isn't too hard to keep some shit under a light while you're moving. have
You
shit
are.
available.
If you got a handful of them, I can probably try to back them up for you for a few too, or whatever.
Yeah, I was going to ask, do you have anybody helping you out with this?
Well, like I said, it's still just finding out. Like I said, I didn't really know 100% until today, so it is what it is. I'm sure we'll figure something out. I've done it a few other times. I'm sure I can manage to figure something out this round.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, all I can say is fucking people can be shady, and I just happen to, it's just my luck to find a shady cat. Shady cat that I had to pull out of the fucking deck there. And being in cannabis doesn't help either. You know what I mean? When
Right.
you actually have to go on and try to get that loan or whatever,
So
years
you're
of
saying,
cannabis employment doesn't help.
so you're saying it's probably a good thing you didn't invest a little bit more into your house.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well,
Because I remember you
that's
talking about that a while back. You were talking about, well, I'm going to do this, and then I got to thinking, what if this motherfucker backs out?
well, yeah, he in the beginning
Yeah.
kind of like was trying to make it like a race. I got my pole barn started, which was funny because I was building this pole barn. When are you gonna get yours started? You know what I mean? He just did so many things in the beginning that threw me red flags to kind of slow down on that shit. You know? But it worked out, you know, everybody around me, because I said in the beginning, I'm like, man, there's just something there, man. I just you had that feeling all the way, even though everything looked good here. You know what I mean?
Right.
Here told me something was wrong.
Yeah, you got to follow your gut
Right.
feeling, man.
So, in lieu of some of the dry times, it's been suggested that and possibly when there isn't live episodes, to throw up some reruns. What are you guys' thoughts about at least having some reruns
I think that's a great
until
idea.
what's Ned Denver? Give him credit where credit due. Ned Denver's like, hey man, at least give us a chance to hang out, man. You got so many episodes. You know what I mean? I don't think it would hurt to like air 1 through 50 or something like that in the absence, just to kind of keep things rolling. And so that may be a possibility as well, just to kind of keep the channel active. That's my biggest fear right there, is to fucking shut down and fire back up and fucking nobody gonna be around. It's just a possibility, man. People move on, people do shit, find new shit. I've
Yeah.
seen it happen with other shows, you know.
Well, I know
I don't know.
I would,
What sucks is I've got a lot of great wolf guests that are in the wings. You know what I mean? All ready to go and shit. And now I don't know if I've got the time to do it. So I just hope that both the people that watch and participate in chat and the people that are waiting in the wings are still available and willing to participate when things fire back up.
well, I think I could
Come
probably
to
hold down a night maybe, or, try to help out, you
it's
know?
on you guys, you know. I've said this before and I'll say it again, you know, to the past guests and people that want to help out. You know, I'm more than welcome to that idea there. You know?
Joe Wyatt chat said he needs to see the crazy chick with the cooking episode.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I don't think that was coming out.
Johnny's been making her chicken ever since, man. Some dark meat thighs.
I make my own chicken, man. Yeah. but I did work off of that shit. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Credit where credit's due.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I'm enjoying it. I know that. I gotta be careful not to feed my dog that when I make that shit for myself, because I get carried away and I say, "Oh, you want some scraps?" And next thing you know, he's walking around looking at me like, "You crazy motherfucker, you fucked me up again."
Yeah, dude, it's the dogs twice as hard, so you gotta keep that in mind.
Totally, man. I mean, he looked at me the other day after I gave him some chicken, and I totally forgot that this chicken was sauteed in some, medicated butter and oil, and well, dang it, it wasn't good for him. He wasn't happy about that. He was pissed off at me for a couple of days, I think, because I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, dude, I thought the girls killed one of our dogs. It wasn't my dog, but it was one of our dogs. But I forget what it was. He was going in for something on the vet or something like I forget what it was, but they were gonna give him the RSO to deal with it or whatever, and ended up giving him a bunch. Man, he was like comatose, I felt real bad, and he was walking around all super like almost like a drunk sailor, you know what I mean, zigzagging and bumping into
Oh
shit.
my God, yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
it's
oh,
horrible.
how much do you fuck give him? Like dang. Yeah, it was like the same dose of what I would have took, pretty much. It was like, holy shit.
Wow.
He slept it off, but whatever.
What a trooper. What a
Yeah, I was
trooper.
like, it's not cool. It's
That
not
shit could cause paralysis in dogs like really quick. Really quick. Diagnosis like that.
Yeah, I'm leery of it, because I did that the first or second time I cooked it. I took the scraps, the crumbs out of the oil, not even thinking about it. And I threw it into his bowl because that's what I did before, let him eat the crumbs. And well, boy, he was drunken sailor. He was walking so funny. And yeah, his head was moving funny. And his whole world was spinning, I'm sure, you know. I felt bad about that too.
The worst I think I've had done is, and it was kind of recently, not within the last few years recently, but was fucking driving, clam bacon. Wasn't I
Oh,
would recant that. I was allegedly driving. I was in the car.
yeah.
Put it that way. Fucking burning down. Burning down. I look over. Buddy's all in the fucking passenger seat. I don't think he was too mad because all I could see was teeth on him. Now dogs have the fucking uncanny ability, every one of them, to smile. And he was just like, that's all you can see was his front teeth. Just,
He was beaming.
yeah, he don't seem like he didn't look like he minded too much. That's for sure. Buddy's a neat motherfucker. I don't know what it is with that motherfucking dog, but he has 2 rows of teeth in the front and the bottom. 2 rows. One of them is a fine row that shows a pretty smile. Not that mine's pretty, but you know what I mean? Or he has 4 jagged teeth. They're almost like the canines that point up, you know what I mean? So he's got those 2, and then he's got these 2, they're like bumps. You can barely see them. And according to his mood, he'll smile the different teeth. So like if he's like in a playful or a mad mood, kind of, he'll hook his lip, and you won't see those fine teeth. All you'll see is like the attack teeth, you know. But if he's in a good
like
mood,
dog and Despicable Me. There you go.
if he's in a good mood, he'll show all the fine teeth. Just you won't see none of the jagged teeth, just the ones that are all nice and tight, and he just smiles all proper. It's funny. I've never seen a dog with two sets of teeth like that.
That is
Yeah. 2 ways to let you know what's up. That's good.
He's a cool dog too. The one other thing I like about Buddy is he'll talk to you. He's done this from birth. I gave him to my dad at one point, and they didn't know how to fucking deal with it. First of all, he's not very trusting. He's been that way from a pup. You go to pet him too fast, he'll catch your hand with his mouth. He won't bite you. He'll just be like, hey, oh, you want to pet me? And he'll like let you out, let you pet him. But he initially like will catch your hand. If you don't know you, he'll be like, yeah. So you might get the feeling off the bat, like he might bite you, but he's not gonna. And this is like again when he was a pup. So and one other thing he does is he'll tell you he's got a mind of his own, and what he is trying to communicate, I don't fucking know. I'll get up in the morning, midday, whatever, and he'll come up to me and he'll have the jagged teeth showing. And he'll fucking like claw at my feet and then start talking to me. It ain't even a growl or whatever. He's really fucking trying to talk to me. And when he gave him to my dad, that was one of the things they're like, man, this motherfucker's telling me what to do all day. And when I go to pet him, he's fucking trying to bite me. I'm like, he's not trying to bite you. Once you get him fucking, you know. So he ended up coming back, but to this day, he still does that shit. He talks to me, man. He really, that's how he does it. I mean, he's honestly trying to fucking say something. What he's saying, I don't fucking know.
He's trying to imitate you talking, man. My dog does that shit.
That was the one. All right, there's a couple other stories I can tell you about Buddy. He reminds me of a stuffed animal I had when I was a kid. I've said this to the family, but I had a really sentimental, it was like a fucked up period in my life when I was like 4 or something like that. Really, it's been ups and downs. But this little stuffed animal used to mean a shit ton to me. And later in life, Buddy grows up and he looks just like that stuffed animal. And I've told him that. I've even like petted him. I'm like, man, you know what I mean? That stuffed animal I used to fucking love on so much when I was a kid. And he always just kind of wags his tail. I've always been like, because then when at that time period, that stuffed animal brought me so much comfort. So much comfort. You know what I mean?
He did choose you
And
too,
then
right?
when yeah. And I've always been real keen to him. But like a couple of months ago, I sensed what was going on with other reasons as well. But I tried to find him a home. Tried to get him a home. I don't know if I'm gonna have him or whatever. And as it turns out, I'm not gonna be able to do it. Seriously. But so I pull in, I was gonna show him to another I was a vet that needed a dog, you know what I mean, and I was so gonna try to make that connection because I thought Buddy would pair up well with this cat. And so I get to my destination and start talking to this other guy, and he's like, what, you got your dog in the truck? I'm like, yeah, unfortunately he's looking for a home. And we walk over to the truck, and Mike goes to fucking put his hand in the truck. Hey, little guy. Buddy barks. He barked like once at him, but then looked at me and did the talking thing. And what's weird is when he did it all in the same motion, he barked at Mike. Mike pulled his hand out of the truck and he looked at me. He like turned and looked at me. At this point, he was no longer barking at the stranger. I got that. He gave Mike one, bro. And then he looked at me and he looked and I had the feeling like he said, I'm here to protect you or fucking I love you. One of the two. But he turned and looked at me and was like,
No,
Like,
it was
"Dad,
more
if we
like
don't make it out of this alive, I love you, bro."
I'm like, oh, man. So
That's a good one.
even to make matters worse, this was like the tough thing. I could like anybody that was interested, it could have possibly been interested in Buddy that day wouldn't have took him. Anywho, I'll tell you what. I get out of the truck and we're in a pretty busy location. And Buddy's used to being with me at home in the country, so he's not too keen to a leash. He don't need one. You know what I mean? So we jump out of the truck. They're like, "Hey, you can put him on a leash?" I'm like, "He ain't going nowhere. He's gonna go 5-10 feet away from me at best." There's a bunch of people standing around. They're like, "Yeah, you better be careful. That's a busy road." I'm like, "All right, it's good." And true to what I said, man, that dog did like a quick circle around me and come sit on my feet. He like put his butt right to me and sit right on my toes. Check everybody out. And if I moved or did whatever, he would move with me and sit on my toes. I was like, oh man.
That's a good dog.
He is a good dog. So, gonna have to find room for your buddy. That's for sure. I love that dog. He is good.
That's gonna be tough, especially when he turns and tells you off or tells you how much he loves you. I'm not sure. It's like, you motherfucker, are you trying to what?
He's a sheepdog trapped in that dog's body.
That's what it is.
He's a cool dog.
Figured
He's
out.
a smart little guy. Dang it.
Yeah. Dogs are cool. I don't think
Most definitely.
out of this world.
How many you got, Smiley?
I have 3 dogs here. We got a little one that's a Chihuahua Jack Russell mix.
Boy, that's fast.
An Australian Shepherd that's like medium size, and then my dog is a German Shepherd Lab mix. She's a good size old girl. She's an old girl now, man. She's moving slow, and
That's quite the range right there. The shepherd, the sheep herder dog, and the little ankle biter that runs the show, right?
yeah, dude, get this. They get these like jackets for him because he's short-haired dog too. Like Chihuahua. I mean, he's pretty much a little Chihuahua. He looks a little different or whatever. He's got an attitude like a Jack Russell. But,
Right.
yeah, he's a dickhead. But
Smart ass little motherfucker.
yeah. Yeah. But they got fucking cowboy like Woody from Toys or whatever, the cowboy. It's like on a saddle and it straps onto him. So then
Oh no.
he fucking hates the red dot, dude, from the laser. So he'll chase that laser pointer till the sun goes down, dude. You'll wear out the batteries before he's ready to stop. He's on that thing. So they'll get him running.
That's the Jack Russell.
Room with this laser pointer, and he's got fucking this cowboy on his back and shit. It's fucking hilarious.
You got to videotape that, man. That's some shit.
Yeah.
I'd love to see that.
Some of the dog costumes are funny as fuck, man, when they get them like running around.
Is it Woody? Is it Woody on his back?
I don't know. It's like a little cowboy or whatever. I don't know.
It's got to be Woody. That would be funny as shit.
Yeah.
That would be
That's
hilarious. Playing with the dogs and the lasers is always fun though. That's an hour of fucking. That should be like right on your tray. If you have a fucking dog, it should be like right next to your trays. Fire up and just play with the dog.
My
You know, I got to get mine out.
So he thinks it's funny as shit, and he runs it up the wall and stuff. So the dog's all sitting there fucking looking at it. I'm like, dude, he can't run, he can't get it up there. And he just starts laughing, like, I know.
Why do we do that? Why do we do that? I want to know. Why? Because we know
not?
everybody's done it. You fly him right around the floor, and you're like, let's see what he does if I take it to the wall. And just you know subconsciously you're trying to run him into the wall. You just fucking you just see if he'll run right into the fucking wall. Yeah. But yet we do it anyway.
It's just too it's too exciting.
I seen one where a cat went right up the drywall, like sticking his claws right in. He obviously had claws still or whatever, but yeah, they ran the dot up the drywall, and that cat was like right up the wall too. I was like, "Oop, didn't see that coming about." Sitting there looking at the dot halfway up the wall.
Yeah, that's why it hurts when they crawl up your back, up onto your shoulder.
Cats are, yeah. The Vole Patrol, as Dankovich calls them, you know. I believe they demolished that population of little mice and voles he was having problems with. That was pretty funny. Posting his Vole Patrol.
Yeah. Them some tough looking kitty cats they were too.
Right? It's fucking natural predator, man. Oh yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. I have a couple lions and tigers on the premises to
pretty sure that's why that was the whole idea, like barn cats, man. You keep the rats and shit out and all that. Because they'd get into your cow feed or livestock feed or whatever.
And what were the dogs for? To control the cows? No?
Some of them, yeah. Like the little chihuahuas, I think were fucking bred to chase down little rodents, rats, and shit like that. That's why they're kind of smaller little dogs. I don't know.
Yeah, go down into the gopher holes. Yeah, that'd be scary.
I seen a guy on YouTube that fucking hunts with mink. He's got these mink trained, and he hunts rabbits. Like he sends the mink down, and then the fucking, I don't know, the rabbits come chucking out they have multiple entrances to their little dens or whatever, and he figures out where the one is, and he throws the mink in the other one and fucking sets a net by it, and all of a sudden you see these rabbits come chucking out that whole 100-mile-an-hour into the net. Fucking poof, poof, poof. Yeah. It's pretty smart. I don't know.
Have you seen the way they fish with Coca-Cola?
Coca-Cola? No.
Yeah, over there in some like Thailand or something, one of those places over there, they mud fish. They got catfish down in the mud, and there's pockets of water in these places. And what they'll do is they'll take Coca-Cola, pour it down into the hole, and wait a little bit. And the next thing you know, those fish are just freaking shooting out of that fucking hole. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. There's something about the Coke, man. I don't know what it is, but
pH or so. Well, yeah, I'm sure they don't like swimming in it. It's fucking
well, it's acid, you know.
It's got to change that pH, but yeah, that's interesting, I guess.
Yeah, and they just start shooting out, and they just have a bucket over there, and they just bloop, 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 sitting there catching them just like the bunny rabbits. That's why that brought that to me. I watch a lot of weird shit on YouTube.
I've seen them where they noodle them things or whatever, where they just stick their hand in there and let the thing, you know, because they don't have teeth, or I guess, or whatever. Where you hope it's a fucking fish with no teeth. Like, I don't know. Imagine like fucking
Now comes a bull shark.
holes too, man. Those fuckers will nap a finger, like they'll be gone. Heartbeat.
Yeah.
Some of them snapping turtles get big as fuck.
Yeah, I'm totally not into doing noodle fishing, man. That's just no. I want to keep my digits. I think people have lost fingers and actually been hurt from that stuff, right?
I don't know, man, but it seems crazy as fuck. You're just reaching in a hole in mud on the river, like you can't see. You're not seeing it, so you're just feeling in there. You don't know what the fuck's in that hole. It's either a catfish or a fucking whatever, you know.
And I've seen some
Yeah,
people
see.
use their legs, stick their foot down in there.
Fuck that, man.
Yeah.
See, wasn't
And shit. Like,
wasn't that actually like a show on the History Channel back when they were like doing all like, they did the alligators. I know what you're talking about. They catch some fuckers with their fists. Like it's
Yeah.
just like they know where. That's the craziest. Not me. Yeah, I'm not shoving my forearm down a fucking fist or down.
No,
a
it's
fucking
it's not about
fish's
shoving
throat.
your fist down.
yeah,
They
and they
suck
get
your
inside the
hand
gill.
in.
Yeah, and you get inside the gill, the inner gill, so you almost like lock their lower jaw in or whatever. And a lot of them, man, they're
Yeah.
fucking 50, 60-pound fish. Some of them, they pull up out of there. It's like, imagine having that bitch on your arm, just fucking wrestling in the water and shit.
I'd like to see them do that shit in the Congo. Yeah. Cheers, Smiley.
Cheers.
There's a better way. That's what I say when I see that. It's just a better way.
I like drowning my worms and, breaking necks and ripping lips with my fishing gear. I'm not into sticking parts of my body into another.
No. So I
Suspicious.
seen Alex in chat mentioning giants with the 2 rows of teeth. I've been watching the Ancient Giants one too. That's pretty interesting show. And the other one I've been checking out is some of the Bigfoot stuff. I think
Yeah.
Bigfoot's real, man. They're fucking out there. You don't get footprints if they're, you know what I'm saying? Like, how are you gonna get footprints unless there's something making it? It's gotta be.
So we've kind of talked about the giants. Is that the age of the Nephilim there? That's when they were supposedly active and walking there. It was right around the time of supposedly giants. There was 2 different species.
When they were doing the sailing across the country and they went to down there to South America and stuff, they said in the books, in their descriptions of what was going on, they have guys saying, yeah, there's giants that came out, and I mean, why would they lie?
Yeah, I don't know. There's a few different tall tales. The one had like 7 fingers or whatever. The one giant, and that was it was in the Appalachian Mountains, I believe, if I remember it. It was like, and it was the native tribes there. That was their stories of them or whatever. But there was some marking on a stone that was left with like 7 digits, and that was supposedly from that guy's whatever. But yeah. It's weird though that there's no evidence for it, or anytime they get these pictures of guys finding them and shit, but then the bones are all disappeared. They can't, they're lost in whatever, or,
Smithsonian.
Yeah, or whatever. I don't know, but it's just weird how they all disappear and like, but yeah, you have evidence of it. It's like
that's the same place they sent the Ark to. Remember the movie?
Well, the Smithsonian said
Institute.
to have bought and taken a lot of that shit and hidden it. Even there was other stuff they found in the Grand Canyon area there, in those caves that were high up. That were like Egyptian glyphs and shit like that. Smithsonian stepped in. Ain't nobody ever heard or seen nothing since the discovery of that shit.
Yeah.
There's actually been some
why,
some
but why suppress information like that though?
Well, it's always that way. Like whoever's in control controls history. It's that way all through history. You know what I mean? Anytime another whatever empire came in and conquered, they destroyed all the history, and that was their history. Now it was getting taught and getting told. So I don't know, man. It's
You
hard
know,
to. I think there's a lot of fucking shit that we don't know. I know that. A lot of
I've
shit
actually seen things that we were talking about long age. I can't remember. I watched the show the other day. You know what's a name that you'll see in history quite a bit. In important history is Sir Francis Bacon. He
Yeah.
plays an important part through history, through the medieval times, Templar phases, all through Christianity, beginning of Christianity and stuff like that. It's actually said that he has taken different names throughout history. He was much older than he was as far as like age. And I always thought that was kind of crazy because each name he kind of took throughout history has been an important name. I thought it was kind of crazy. I forget what show I watched that on the other day. But I've taken note of that because as I've listened to a lot of shit lately, his name keeps coming up. I'm like, they also think he's like Shakespeare. He was like the
Who is?
author of Shakespeare, Sir Francis Bacon.
Hmm.
There was another name, Duke. I can't remember the other name. Right off the top of my head. God damn it! Why did I talk shit when I'm fucking stoned? 2 stone late at night now.
I'll smoke to that.
Damn. Man, I gotta fucking think about it.
Welcome in,
I don't want to say the
SoCal.
name because it's wrong too. Yeah, welcome SoCal.
What's okay?
Dude, when did you do that crazy riding that I seen today? You got your mic muted. In case you didn't know.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know. So I'm sitting there on the couch watching TV. Look at my phone. It's got a little notification, and I pop it open, and it's you guys talking about fisting a fish. What the fuck was that all about? I mean, if you want to fist something, like stick your fist down a hole, dude. Go out in front of any army base, talk to the girls that are scantily clad walking up and down the street there. $20, man. You can stick your fist on a hole, and you're not gonna have to worry about losing a finger.
No, I think this is some southern thing down called noodling.
Shit. Might be better off going for the catfish, man.
Yeah, you won't lose as much shit.
Yeah. How you guys doing?
Good, man. You?
Oh, good.
Good.
Yeah. So to answer your question, Johnny, that was last week. I went and swept that race. And,
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, you almost endoed.
almost. I did. If you guys have ever watched like the freestyle motocross thing, I did a kiss of death on accident, and somehow was never came off the ground, but somehow pulled it off.
That looked, when I saw that, it just looked scary.
I've been trying to get a freeze frame of it, like where there's actually like a very, very quick second if I go on slow mo where you can see behind me, but upside down.
Oh, shit. That was the GoPro in your helmet, right?
Yeah, it's mounted like right on the face mask of my helmet. So everything you see is like, my view.
Wow. That's wild.
Yeah, that was a little insane.
Scary. Yeah.
But no, I went and swept that race. I did it was a short little course. It was a 10-mile course. And they run that course for 1 hour. And then the next group goes and runs it for 1 hour. And then, for so on and so on until they get all the different classes through. And by the time you get to the last race, that 10-mile stretch of desert is just torn to shit. And I came around that little corner going up that little sandy uphill and hit that bump. And it was just chopped out just enough that I did a handstand over the handlebars and somehow didn't die.
Yeah. Wow. That's
The
some
funny thing
scary
is,
shit.
I was going like 22 miles an hour at the point in time, whereas when I crashed, I was doing 19. So I got to quit
Oh.
fucking riding so goddamn slow. I can't go slow, man. I'm gonna get hurt.
Yeah, that wasn't fun. I didn't like that.
Oh, it was a fucking. Well, if you saw the video, you heard my reaction.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I did. Yeah.
That was
That was after I reacted, and then I heard you say that, and I said, "Holy shit, he really did almost kill himself." Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, no, it's cool though. I got to get out. I got to ride, test out the shoulder. It held up. It was a little sore
Nice.
for a few days, but I'm ready to go.
Well, if you can do that, I mean, that was some pretty acrobatic work. You know,
Yeah, I can't do a handstand on my own, let alone on the handlebars of a goddamn motorcycle.
while it's rolling. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's some good shit right there, man.
Yeah, that
It's
was a
too
little.
bad somebody else wasn't pushing along behind you and got a picture of it.
Oh,
you
there
know?
it is. Yeah, there was.
Oh man, I'm
Yeah, there
glad you
was.
made it through that. That's good. That's good.
Good friend of mine went out there with me. He was about 25 yards behind me and got it on his GoPro from the other angle. So
Oh wow.
once
Okay.
I'm able to get that video, I'll edit it up. I'll post that too. But yeah, it's
There you
pretty
go.
good too.
That'll be good. That'll be good. Do side by
So,
sides with
have,
that shit.
Yeah, that shit was
have I
scary.
talked to you guys since fucking this did I tell you guys about the Snowmobile accident my buddy got into?
No.
Oh man. That cat was lucky to another fucking accident, riding accident. Fucking that cat lucky shit to be alive. Holy fuck. I ran into that cat and didn't really tell much about him, man. He had his fucking one arm tucked under his coat. What's up? Shit. I'm like, holy shit. What the fuck happened to you, man? He's like, come here. He even like takes me away from people where plays this video for me. Girlfriend recording. One of those moments. He'd been working on his fucking new sled, doing something to it. New to him, I guess. I don't know the story of that. But so he's doing something to it and he like starts it up. He's like, yeah, moment of truth, time to go have some fun. And he's like revving it up a little bit. He shows him like take off. And he goes, yep, fast forward, bumps it a little bit ahead. And it shows him going down the road and like turn around in the ditch. And he's like, this is where it happens. He shows him like coming out of the ditch and screaming down the road. He's like, when I came out of the ditch, I don't know what happened, but the throttle stuck. And as I passed by right here, I'm doing like 70 miles an hour. He's like, man, I am reaching, trying to shut this thing down. I couldn't get it to hit the button. I couldn't get it to shut down. I was reaching for the key, but I couldn't fucking grab the key and hold on because I was going so fucking fast. He's like, man, it was headed right towards houses and shit. So I didn't want to just let the screaming rocket fucking go screaming into somebody's house. So I held on. And as soon as I could find an opening, I aimed it for the opening and fucking let it go. You cut to the end of the video, you could hear the crash, and then you could just hear everybody go, oh my God, oh my God. I don't know how this fucker was even walking or talking at the point when I seen him because it was still like 2 weeks after the injury. You fucking let that motherfucker go right before the tree line, and it hit a tree. The snowmobile was in 3 fucking pieces. Like he showed at the end of the video, he shows me the carcass of the snowmobile, and it is completely fucked. He shows that he let go at 70 miles an hour and fucking kind of slid down the road, hit something with his feet. His feet, he shows me the fucking pictures of his feet. His ankles are fucking like watermelons. The fucking bottom of his feet are white and the tops of them are all purple from the top of his foot up. And his shoulder is fucking, he broke his collarbone in 2 places, fucked his shoulder all up. I was like, oh my God. He was so lucky. So lucky to be alive. Fucking, he's like, it was all I could do. It was all I could do, try not to hurt somebody or whatever. But lucky nonetheless. All on video. All on video.
Of course it's
Did
on
they-
video. I mean, it wouldn't happen if somebody didn't have a camera out there.
So somebody got it when he let go of it and let it go into the trees?
Yeah. The next day they
Wow.
went back and fucking recovered the carcass. It was in
Wow.
fucking pieces. The whole front end was fucking gone. Ass end was curled up. It was super lucky.
Insane.
Super lucky. And that, how do you like not how like and it's something like that? How do you see sticky throttle coming? Never know, man. When shit, it's gonna happen, man. That shit was. I don't know if I'd want to see that video. You know what I mean? That especially that soon after the accident. Holy shit!
Oh, dude, I was watching my video when I crashed like 4 minutes after I crashed to figure out what the hell happened. And I continue to watch that video.
Yeah, I watched that quite a few times. Well, the push in the desert there, not the actual crash. I did watch that quite a few times too because it did not look fun. But, yeah.
But you know what? That just goes to show why I have a kill switch at my thumb at all times. You know, throttle stick, you hit that kill switch with your thumb, you never have to let go. There's no worrying about it, you know. Because yeah, something stupid happens and you hit a goddamn tree and you're done.
That shit up here, crazy snowmobile accidents happen up here all fucking time. People going through fields, you know, leaving the trails, go through tree fields, find fucking boulders or fucking fence posts and shit like that they don't see. Be careful when you're out there sledding, especially at night.
I've never ridden one of those. Well, I mean, we don't have snow here, but I need to make it out somewhere where I can like rent one or something and ride one because that looks fun as hell.
Definitely.
Have you guys ever seen the videos of like jet skis exploding?
No.
Oh, that one's kind of gnarly. Look that up. Look up exploding jet skis.
Why is that a common thing?
Apparently, what happens is like if they get a little fuel leak, that fuel sits in the hull until you know something happens and a spark gets in there and the whole thing goes up. It'll blow the rider off, you know, 60, 70 feet.
Dang. That doesn't sound like fun either.
No.
Yeah. Turning into a projectile doesn't sound like fun. I don't know why. You know,
There's that video clip going around now with the wind blowing and the guys had like part of the roof and the guy's walking on it. And you see that one? And the wind picks up and it just fucking bitch slams him right to the ground, dude. Just like now. He just got tossed.
wow. I hadn't seen that one.
Oh, it looked like it hurt. Yeah, that shouldn't laugh. It fucking probably hurt. But yeah, it just happens so quick. You're like, holy shit. Like, he's standing 1 minute and the next minute he's on his head.
Happens a lot though. Like people got to pick something up, you know, like a sheet of plywood or something. They get hit by the wind and they're fucking 40 feet down the road and holding on for dear life. It's like, dude, let go of the plywood.
Yeah. Yeah, let that thing flutter.
Right. Let go.
Watch too many of them little clips, the memes or whatever. There's one, these guys were like roughing a house, so they had all the plywood out there in stacks, and they were like putting the floor down or something. The dude like fucking around on break, jumps up on the plywood, does a backflip to land, and just goes kaboom right through the fucking floor. They just laid, just put the hole right through it.
Oh man.
That's something that would happen to me.
So my,
Here's mine.
Hey, Modern.
What's up?
brother?
Am I muted? Nope, I guess I'm muted. What's up, guys?
How you doing?
What's going on, man?
The day. So I was on Discord earlier there. I was in chat, but I wasn't here. What's going on? I'll watch it later, but Eagle, you got to move?
Yeah, unfortunately.
You got a new place?
No, not as of yet. Not as of yet.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how much I should talk about it, really. Yeah. There things were not. This is more or less a surprise, kind of a surprise, but not a kind of a surprise. Basically, it was supposed to be taken care of, but last minute things went south. I guess in negotiations for one reason or another. I don't know what the fuck happened. So it is what it is. Time to move on.
Anything I can do to help you, brother?
Appreciate the offer.
I got a trailer. Enclosed trailer.
I was saying today, actually, I know a guy that recently acquired a semi. And I was like, you can move a lot in a 40-foot trailer semi
Yeah,
truck.
do
That's a
everything.
one-shot deal right there.
One shot deal there.
That's what I'm talking about. It's got insulated walls and shit like that. You got it made. I mean,
That's
if it's a reefer,
same guy
you
though.
know?
Actually offered me, and again, I guess I could say, no locale or whatever. It's like, well, worst case, I do have these shipping containers laying around here. If you had to, you could throw some power and fucking move things here for a minute. I'm like,
that's a thing, ain't it? Where people build houses out of them and shit.
Yes, it is. They make shipping
Oh,
container houses and they're badass.
Yeah, they'll put like multiple ones together. They get pretty big, square footage.
they actually make them grow. Where there's generator, fucking air conditioning, everything on the roof. They drop this shipping container off. It's already got the lights in it hung. It's already practically ready to grow. All you have to do is supply the genetics, man. They drop in like a pimped out shipping container that's grow ready. I forget, a grow box or some shit like that makes.
There's a couple of them, I think, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty cool. Well, Brandon Rust has one going. I think it's his Pheno Hunt or test spot or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, both of those sound like great ideas. Workable situations, especially with a man with your kind of skills. That's what I'm saying.
Well, whatever you gotta do to keep the genetics alive, I guess. Keep it rolling.
That's what I'm
It's an
saying.
offer anyway. Something on the table.
Yeah, it wouldn't take much to light something like that up.
You got a deadline where you got to be out?
Uh, yeah,
Last
of
week.
course. Of course. Of course. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how much of that I just want to talk about.
At Christmas?
Yeah, that's pretty dick move too. Pretty dick move. Well, let's fucking just lay it out there, man. Fucking 5 years ago, I bought this house, signed the contract, no problem. I've never missed a payment. Everything's good like that. I am completely paid up to date. I owe fucking nobody. Let's get that clear. But so kind of like became a friend and fucking in the beginning. Didn't know nobody up here. I helped him out quite a bit. Fucking helping him move in. I helped him move into his new home. Fucking help. I built him a pole barn. I fucking did a whole bunch of work in his house, all dirt cheap, dirt fucking cheap, practically next to nothing. Just in the kind of regards to fucking you're the bank slash friend. Let's stay on good terms, right? So a couple years into it, he as I said, he was like right off the gate as I was building his stuff. Yeah, when are you gonna build your pole barns? I'd mentioned wanting to build a pole barn in the beginning, and it came like a let's race each other, piston event type thing. And I seen it kind of bought on some. Well, I had a red flag right from the beginning, but he kept throwing them, but I was already locked. So at one point, he's like, so I actually kind of let on that I was a caregiver and made a living as a caregiver. You know what I mean? He's like, well, are you going to be able to get a loan in the 5 years at the end of 5 years? And I said, with things the way they are, cannabis, it could be tough to get a loan. You know what I mean? Working through cannabis like this. And he's like, no, you know what? You've helped me out. Don't worry. When things come, we'll work it out. I'll be happily extend things out need be. Cool. So coming approach to the time period, we had a deal worked out where I was going to give him basically an X amount of dollars. We were going to keep the contract rolling for an extended year and a half. And I got it all on audio. Everything's recorded. We're going to extend things out after X amount of dollars for a year and a half. Hopefully by in the year and a half, I can straighten things out. Cannabis was market was more kind of friendly. Whatever. At that point, it would be spent down so far, it'd be stupid not to be able to, you know what I mean? It would be down to a mark where getting a loan shouldn't even fucking be a problem. So, yeah, okay. Come time to fucking sign contracts, pay up. Well, I thought it over. COVID came into the picture. My job's fucking want me to take the shot. I don't want to take the shot. I might lose my job. With that being said, I gotta fucking make some more money. I'm worried about my overall interest, my retirement, blah blah blah. Instead of taking X amount of dollars, I want to fucking extend the contract out for 1 year and add on X amount of dollars to the end.
So he's going to soak you for a little more.
Shit. Yeah, oh definitely. He squeezed that squeeze was 7 G's more. I was like, all right, well, it is what it is. I'll bite the bullet. Thank you, sir. He lacked to sign that contract, which was due October 15th. So we had a contract, another revision we were gonna sign 15th of this month. I had hunky dory. I had paid up, everything paid up, everything I was asked to do. Check, check, check. I wake up today. We've decided we're not gonna extend out the contract. You have 15 days.
15 days to pay for it, or that's it, huh?
15
No.
days to come up with X amount of dollars. Otherwise, we're gonna start the fucking fuck you process. So it's quite publicly.
That sounds like they're starting the
where I
fuck you
stand.
process already.
So does
Yeah.
No,
Eagle-
no,
he's-
no. The papers he handed me were. This is the kind of funny part about it. As I actually, as your time went on, I found out this is like the family business. Is the land contract? Fuck you over. They recycle homes basically. He sent me paperwork today that was in representation of the court. Okay. But didn't have court seals on it or a court number on it. So he sent me false court documents because we called courts today and tried to verify it. And the first thing right off the bat, they were like, what's the case number? With no case number on it or nothing. So he's kind of sent me fraudulent court papers at this point. So
That's
Does the guy's name by chance Ebenezer at all?
or Richard.
no. No, his dad's name's Richard. No.
Yeah. Oh, he's little Dick then.
So that is the current situation that I'm in. Finding, and again, right at Christmas. This is my daughter's senior year too. He always fucking
Awesome.
tell me fucking all this bullshit. I sent, that was my reply to him, by the way, when he sent me that. I was like, wow, Merry Christmas.
Yeah,
Merry
Yeah.
Christmas. My daughter's senior year at the school, small town. You know what the fucking odds are of finding something in this fucking town in the next X amount of days so she can finish out her senior year at this fucking high school? Oh, yeah.
that sucks.
Yeah, that's
was
the
livid.
cherry
I've been
for
livid.
the top.
Livid.
Does he really
All day
think
long.
those months are gonna like matter? Or I guess because it's contract. Yeah, never mind.
Well, even I've been told this too because he's taken money from me past the date, which reflects intention for what I mean. Yeah.
Well, from all my experience with property management stuff, or doing their maintenance, is if you take money on past due or whatever, that redoes your contract. Because once you take that money that's supposed to be not taken, basically, you've just withheld, or you've held up that contract. So everything should be starting over. Because for instance, like if you own an apartment building and you're trying to kick somebody out, but you take their partial rent payment or whatever, well, now you got to
You
start the
can't
process
kick him
over.
out because
You've
you took
agreed.
that money.
You took that money.
It'd be worth talking to an attorney, Eagle, just to get an opinion.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. It might cost you $1, but might be worth it.
Sorry, someone will do that free, and
Well, and especially if you got false.
He may be, that attorney may be able to tell you. He might be able to stay there longer than you think.
well, and he might,
Yeah.
like what SoCal's saying, he might notice something where the guy stepped out of line, and it's gonna fucking because karma
Well,
works.
especially with
Karma works.
fraudulent
You're gonna
paperwork.
fuck somebody over on Christmas, like that shit comes around. I don't know, man.
Yeah. Yeah, but attorney might cost you a buck, but it might be able to keep you there
They'll meet with
and
you.
through your daughter's high school.
They're not going to take your money unless they think they can do something. You know what I'm saying? So at least like.
Yeah, most of them have like the free consultation thing. Well, they'll tell you if you got a chance, or if you just need to bend over and spread them and smile.
Right. And it does work different, like Detroit River Rat saying each state's different, each situation's different, especially like land contracts, it's all in the contract or whatever. All the
Right.
details
That's where
for each one.
Tony.
Yeah.
We can't answer those questions, and only Tony can, to be honest with you.
So this should clarify a little bit what's been going on with the show. So schedule around mystery. You know what I mean? I've been back and forth with this and other things. It's hard to line up guests when things are kind of fucked up. You don't know I'm so glad when I got that letter today, I didn't have the calendar filled for like a normal month like I normally do. As it is, I've already had to reschedule some guests as it is because it sucks. But like I said, I can only hope that when things level back out, I find a new place and set back up, that the guests are willing to come back, and it's kind of a bummer. But
Yeah, the best thing I can suggest is Tony, and maybe able to buy you enough time, get your daughter through there, and give you enough time to find someplace else. Or something may change beyond that after talking to Tony.
Yeah, because like I don't know, there's mention in chat of it taking so long to get you out too. It's not like a normal eviction either. So you have like 9
And
shit sit
I think
spot on that bitch, man.
I think in any state that you got to give them a 30-day, they have to issue a 30-day notice. I know that
it's like
here by
today,
law.
man. I honestly was looking around the garden. I have empty spots, and it's like, man, should I throw everything in, even if I have to like chop and drop and fucking take it, or should I fucking? If I threw them in right now, I'd have 2 months, and fucking one more harvest. I'm kind of the Cheddar Bob debate the other day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's in that same kind
Throw.
Well, that's kind of what I did in order to cull everything that was going. I threw everything that I had in veg, just threw it into flower. Didn't matter how big it was, just threw it into flower, let it grow up. And it entitled me enough time to do what I had to do, basically, which is redo my floor and set my room. That's completely different than what you're talking about. It's in the same room.
So we talked about this kind of a little bit earlier, or in other episodes, and I even though I can look hindsight, I would still do the same, to be honest with you. And that's what we've talked about, like investing. Back in 5 years ago or 10 years ago, I, being in cannabis, had a hard time sinking that cash in the bank, to be honest with you. There's always that where it come from, whatever. But I always put it in silver. I always bought silver, physical silver, ounces of silver. And I had the receipts for it. Every fucking ounce I had fucking receipts for it. But I knew that I was one of those. It's always worth. You know what I mean? The investment wasn't going up or down. If anything, it was probably going to go up. And I still think at some point silver is going to explode.
I think so too. I think you're right.
That shit bit me on the ass. Cannabis bit me. The whole thing bit me on the ass at that point when trying to get a loan 5 years ago from a home, even though I had money in the bank, I had all that good shit. I actually did have money in the bank, but I had my investment in silver, basically. So they're like, when I went to approach, they're like, "Do you have a down payment?" I'm like, "Yeah, silver." They're like, "Well, we want to see the money in an account, not just we want to see where that silver came from." I'm like, I got receipts. Nobody wanted to take 20 grand. That was what I had, 20 grand in silver as a down payment. They're like, "Yeah, that don't work like that." But I thought this cat did. This cat and that should have been again another red flag when I took my down payment to him in actual physical metal. Oh, we're good, right? Yeah. All right. So, and again, fast forward to now, cannabis again. Kind of, I love this plant, but it has it's times like now that it can make life or has made life.
So he cashed in on your silver as well.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Uh,
there's nothing.
that is
No.
that's a Nixon move, man.
I really do advise you to talk to your attorney because it really does sound like you really do need it. I mean, he can advise
I
you.
think he's taken advantage of you completely. You know,
Well,
I don't know, but those contracts are contracts, they're legalities, and he's going to find the flaw in it. And if this guy's done you wrong, then you got standing, and definitely. I don't know. I really wouldn't. It just sounds like it to me by listening to what you're saying. I don't know. I never been in illegalities on a land contract or anything, but once again, that's why I said, Tony is the best person to tell you what you can do, and that would be I think it's a real estate attorney.
yes,
That's what you're gonna look for.
Yeah, but if he handed you false paperwork that
that's what I'm
supposed to
saying.
Yeah,
be from the
that's what I'm
court,
saying. That's what they can check that, they can find that, they can catch that, and they can
I mean,
help protect you.
well, not only does it protect you, but that's a felony as well. So that fucks him.
That's fraudulent. Yeah, that's fraudulent. That's like, what the hell? You're giving me paperwork that's not real from the courts? The hell is that? You know?
Yeah, I can't say what what rights this guy's going to have, what rights you're going to have, but I bet it could keep you in there for a while, at least till she's out of school.
I dropped that paperwork on one of their desks and say, well, "What do you think about this?" On a lawyer's desk. Let him look at it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, shit, you could get lucky, and that could end up being breach of contract, and now you own the house, and he has nothing to do with it.
I mean, who knows? We don't know. That's what we've been saying. We don't know. And the only person that's really going to protect you is if you look for it. You own Tony, but they know what you can do.
I appreciate it. I see all the advice in chat, and I'm loving it. Thank you very much for advice in chat. Your guys' advice, all that good shit.
You know what you could do is you could send a letter to Hillary Clinton from him, saying that he knows about Pedo Island.
Oh yeah,
I don't think that's going to work.
He'll be Arkansas.
So
Sorry.
it's one of those things, man. It's like I didn't want. Do you talk about this publicly? You know what I mean? But in the same aspects, man, I respect everybody that I deal with, the show, the watchers, everybody that participates. I feel just walking away, not like the last month. these absent weeks and shit is in just as in bad taste. You know what I mean? It's I feel like I'm like turning my back on all you guys. You know what I mean? You know,
I don't
that's
think you should be
been a
feeling
shitty
things
part
like
of the
that.
process.
I don't think you should be thinking like things like that. Just to be honest with you, people worry, and a little note there, and your YouTube channel saying everything's okay would be cool.
But at the same
I,
time, your
wanted
life
to call.
came
I
at
wanted
you.
to text you and make sure everything was all right. But to be honest with you, I figured like 50 people would be fucking texting you to be sick of it. So I didn't do that.
That's kind of where I was at too.
You got something going on, you need to deal with it.
I guess all I'm saying in this matter is may be absent a little bit, but no, as soon as possible, I will set back up and back at it again. That's for sure. I don't give up on shit that easy.
It's
No,
where we
yeah.
need that safe banking app to pass. Safe banking act to pass. I mean, all of us, including yourself, would be useful for that because they're not going to hold us against you because you do that. I mean, like, I can't get a fucking loan that's helping me in my business. I got enough equity and so forth that I could give you a loan. But they just won't because of that. And to be honest with you, I'm scared. I more I think about it, more I'm scared of fucking legalization. I'm just afraid these big businesses are going to take the fuck over. I
That's what
really
happened
do,
out
man.
here.
I really do worry, man. I mean, I can buy these cigarettes here for, now they're $7, but they were $6. I can buy it for $6 How much you think how much did it cost them to make that motherfucker? So what are they gonna do with fucking weed? They're gonna make fucking shit of weed, they're gonna sell them a fucking cheap as fuck. They ain't gonna be with the dam or whatever, but they don't give a shit. I mean, they just gonna sell it. People are gonna fucking people are people. They're gonna say this is cheaper. Buy a pack of Winston cannabis. Scares the fuck out of me, to be honest with you.
That's happening though. Look at California. We went recreational. All of the old school knowledgeable growers that were growing for the medical part of it back, when it was still medical, got pushed out by the big fucking corporate weed grows that are now asking them for advice. They're asking the old school growers how to do it. But yet fucking here comes, Philip Morris and Johnson & Johnson and all them buying up land.
Oh, well, somebody, see, as you said, they'll offer somebody enough money and they'll tell them everything they need to know. There's always somebody that's going to sell out.
We're at our level, we're already being kind of fucked. We're worried from township to township, county to county, state regulations. Any of those right there can change how we do our things at any one time. We've already got fucking counties and towns trying to drive us out of our home grows and make us rent buildings outside the city, whatever, keep our caregiverships. Now, what happens now when I've said this for a long time, what happens when federal law goes across the board and then they go, once bigger grows are established, they're still little guys, even though they're, legal grows, modern genetics type grows. And I'm not trying to say this to intimidate you, modern. I'm praying for you, brother. But they could still come across with federal legislation and go, yeah, your city to city, state to state bullshit doesn't mean anything anymore. Now this is the federal law. Everybody starts over. And now here comes the big boys, like you were saying, all rushing in with their fucking free passes and fucking getting a jump on everybody, while everybody else resets or has to come up to new regulations and shit. You know what I mean? To be federally legal. That's totally a possibility. That,
I know.
it's
They got the infrastructure already made. The infrastructure is already there. They can just change the product from tobacco to cannabis.
Bada boom, bada bing.
Now they ain't gonna sell it for $6 a pack because they're gonna want to make some fucking bucks. But still, they're gonna make it to where they're the cheapest and they're the ones people are gonna go buy.
I think the way it's going to end up if it goes federal, recreational, legal, is that growing your own is going to become illegal.
Yeah.
And you're going to have to buy it from a government regulated source.
That's bad.
That's my prediction on how to do it.
It's terrible.
I've already heard that they're talking about regulating your energy. If you are going over the average amount, that they'll just fine you or something.
They already do that here.
Yeah.
If you go, California has like our electrical system here is fucked. If I use power from like 8 to 5 Monday through Friday, it's less expensive some places, but more expensive others. Now, if I'm at my house between 8 and 5 in the morning and I'm doing laundry, my laundry machine is going to cost me less to run from like 6 a.m. to, I think it's like 6 to 10 is like cheaper. But then from like 3 to 11, when people are home from work and cooking dinner and doing normal human shit, the power prices go up. But if you use over a certain amount of power, they charge you even more for that extra usage. So pretty soon they're just going to shut you off at a certain point.
Well, they're already doing that with brownouts.
They got you by the balls. You can't do nothing about it.
Can't do shit.
We're coming to the age with smart meters and everything else. They've talked about this for years, where they're going to come into your homes, shut down your refrigerators or other things that draw lots of power during non-peak phases, just to equal it out. They do it in California with rolling blackouts, but now with the smart technology, they're going to be able to shut people that are over consuming
circuits
down,
off.
like you're saying. Yeah. Dim your lights, all that good shit. That's
what they'll do is like if Johnny's rated for, he can get 1,000 kilowatts an hour, and Eagle can get 1,500 an hour, and Modern can get 2,000. Well, once Johnny goes over his 1,000 kilowatts an hour, they can shut him off. And then once Eagle goes over his 1,500, they'll shut him off. And then when Modern gets to his allotment, they'll shut him off. And to pay, to get it back on for that day or that, allotted time limit or whatever, you're going to have to pay fucking twice the money for that same power.
Oh.
And you can't have a fucking generator here, so you're fucked either way.
Yeah, I heard that too. They can't have a generator now.
You're a Michigan grower. Do you ever get your power bill and it compares you to your neighbors? I love that bill where
I get that every fucking month.
This is your neighbor's consumption. This is your consumption. Mine's always looks like the Eiffel Tower compared to my neighbors.
It's like off the chart. All the other ones are there. You like broke the chart.
You use 94% more power than all your neighbors.
Yeah,
I've never seen the bill.
The nice thing about mine is I was using a shitload of power before I had my swamp cooler put in, because I had ACs all over the house running, so I was already consuming tons of power through the summertime.
See, no, I think it would matter more where like where you're at, Johnny, where you're in a park, you know what I mean? And you have the park power coming into that, and then them kind of divvying it out too, you know what I mean? So they're kind of.
Well, no, I have my own power bill. It comes to my house. I have my own meter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, each individual address
So-
has their own meter. And
Yeah.
then there's all the common area, street lights and, all the shit around the
Yeah.
park that, if you got a pool or all that, that's all common. So that
Right.
comes out of your,
But I'm
Yeah,
just
that's
saying,
what
like, it sticks out if he's in that crowd and he's the one that's like drawn for.
It's obvious. What are he doing there? Why is he spiking?
Well, yeah, but I was using, I had like 3 air conditioning units going at one time in my house for the last couple of years. So until I got that swamp cooler, that actually reduced my cost. So it looks better
Well,
than
thank
what it used to
goodness
be.
for
you know?
LED lights these days. They'll spike on most people's bills. It's bad. It's back in the day, and like even mine, these fucking dinosaurs behind me are definitely a power spike. You know what I mean? You can run 2 to 300 watts easy in place of one of these bad boys drawn at 110. You know what I mean? That's a lot more space. That's a lot more noticeable back in the day if everybody would still be running the HPS systems.
well, when I first moved in this place, I was running a metal halide for flour and an HPS and HPS and flour and metal halide in veg, both 1,000 watt. My first electric bill here was like $1,400.
Whoa.
I straight up fucking went and took those lights down and put everything outside. Fucking ended up buying cheap ass lights.
Did you call him and say, hey, man, what's up with this crazy bill?
I got a leak. Well, no, I was.
I got a leak in my electricity. Something was running or something.
Yeah,
What's up?
yeah. There was a slab leak or something. No, that it was. I was paying like 60 something cents a kilowatt hour. Running,
Yeah, that's crazy.
running 2,000 watt old school fucking lights all at once. Now imagine if I had an electric car that I had to plug in. It'd be up to like
Right.
$3,500 for my electric bill.
Yeah.
I was wondering about that, yeah, because the electric ain't cheap either, right? So like,
Right. Are you benefiting? I mean, you're paying gas or you're paying electric, you're paying something.
well, that's what I'm getting at. Is they're talking about putting all these stations in like that's free, but that's not fucking free, right? Like it still costs to run the electric, right?
Right. What's better? I don't know.
Well, I'm not saying it's better or worse. I'm just saying like there's like this push to have all these electric stations around, but I gotta imagine they're swiping a card still to fucking use them, or are they just hookups for free and you get free electric reach for your car, or what?
As far as I know,
Yeah,
you gotta
that's-
freaking swipe your card at the electric pump.
Yeah.
I would imagine, right? Like it's
It's like paying for gas.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now, that book, I want to suggest it to everybody. I suggested it, it's just mine. I actually got that from Dragonfly Earth Medicine. That the Electric Rainbow there. That book, The Electric Rainbow, is about electricity and the effects it has on us. You know what I mean? You know what? This is one of the that is such a good book, by the way. I've already listened to it 1.5 times. I've listened to the second half twice. I need to actually. I actually would like to go back through it and like write down like talking points. There's so many fucking talking points throughout that book that it's fucking crazy. But you know what they state in that book right off the bat? This is one of the like, aha, fucking boy, this sounds too familiar. And they walk it all the way up from like fucking with the time we fired up electricity to 5G basically. But you know when influenza started? Anybody? First cases of influenza? Anybody?
No.
It
When
was
they
back
started
in like
fucking throwing the power lines around.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was back when they started running
coincides
the grid.
directly with the power lines. It
No
fucking
shit.
spread. They fucking yeah. They didn't even know what it was when it popped up, but it coincides exactly. And as different phases of electricity comes through our life and the different ailments and shit. And again, this is the coincidental part. And again, for YouTube's sake, I'm not saying this is the cause or whatever, but it's coincidental. They said all this stuff started from when we implemented our electrical lives. Then all of a sudden, this epidemic fired up and was right off the bat accused of being from the five whatever. Again, I'm talking vaguely for YouTube here, but that coincided. And it's even weirder is when the electricity fired up, or if you're right around large amounts of static electricity, things from like machines and shit, shortness of breath, achingness of bones. It's kind of like weirdly coincides on, but it's a great book. You wouldn't believe all the kinds of shit they talk about in that book, but it's definitely a good book. Read, listen,
I
both.
might have to check that one out.
Tal, green fingers, cheers.
Welcome, hey boys.
What's up, Mr. Green Fingers?
Cheers, cheers.
What's up, everybody?
What's going on, Tal?
What's up? What's up, Tal?
A little bit of everything.
So
Yeah, I'm glad I don't have
when-
SoCal's electricity bill.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
ridiculous out here.
So winter solstice is tomorrow. That's beginning of winter, right?
I thought it was always on the 21st.
How did this happen?
Did I throw it wrong?
That's today,
That
right?
would be tomorrow.
Yeah, today.
Yeah, no, that's tomorrow for us and today for you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Now, I would imagine New York's probably not much better on power, right?
I hope.
Yeah, I'm sure of that.
I guess it's got to be better than that. I never had a $1,400 bill for, and I had at least that much going. Right now, I got more watts than that burning, and yeah, I don't know. Actually, I just pay the fucking bill.
So check this out. Like we all know I took my grow down for a little while, right? To focus on the racing. But right now, it's just me and my wife in the house. Nobody else in the house, just me and my wife. Our bill on average is $280.
Dang.
Okay.
Heater's gas. The stove is gas. The only major appliances we have that are electric are the fridge and the laundry. I'm a
Is your
fucking-
dryer
Yeah,
gas or
lights.
electric?
all electric.
Oh, okay. That's pulling a lot of amperage.
Who's
Right.
your,
Well, I'm
Who's
doing
your-
laundry like 2 loads a week.
who's
Right.
your electricity company? Edison
You
or
got your refrigerator, you got, I don't know, well, everything you got plugged in, fucking taking some type of juice.
Right. And everything I got plugged in right now too is all brand, like all our appliances are, I'd say brand new, but within like the last year, we've replaced the fridge and the washer and dryer. Those are 3 major appliances that we use. So they're all the Energy Star bullshit and, it's supposed to take like, a hamster on a wheel to be able to power it. But dude, our bill's still $280 a month.
Shit like that, you wonder, it's like, does it cost more money to make electricity in California?
well, who's your provider? Who do you get power from?
It's just
Imperial or-
bad power management. That's what it is.
Well, we're in a fucking monopoly here. We have one choice. We have San Diego Gas and Electric. That's our only choice.
Oh, so you're fucked. Yeah, Imperial's cheap as fuck. It's like less than 300. Like, yeah. Well, we sell our water
Mine-
to San Diego too. So
Mine's
pretty wild.
$650 a month, my power bill.
Yeah,
And
that's
I said
probably.
this I said this fucking, but this is the way I look at it. I said this 20 years ago when I fucking started. I don't care what it's worth. Even if it was, this is the way I figure, even if it was like say right now, $6.50 a month for power, it would still be worth it to grow my own fucking weed and then to buy it.
I know.
Because even at that point, I was spending $800 a month on cannabis.
And it
So
wasn't
I'm
even
still-
good cannabis.
X amount of fucking years later, I'm still under that budget. You know what I mean? Fucking and producing. That's my whole house.
And it's
that's the fucking washer.
Right,
and
that
dryer,
includes
that's
everything.
fucking-
Yeah.
You know, that's fuck yeah. I still see that as a feasible. You know what I mean?
That's
If
a
I wasn't
feasible
growing
number.
it, but today's prices for visiting
Yeah.
center prices, the way I smoke, holy cow! I'd hate to see that bill. Holy shit!
What's up, Stony?
Man, I don't know. I was sleeping. God woke me up, said these fools are talking about electricity. You better get in there, find out what's going on before someone zaps themselves.
What's going on,
Right on,
Stony?
Stony.
Find out what the hell are we doing.
Stony to the rescue.
Tony, we can just lay a heavy enough cord over the power cord, right? And just run it from there. You don't really have to hook it in. You can just lay it across it, right?
I still think if you tie a knot
Look at
in
his
the
feet.
cord,
Tie it out.
it's
Yeah.
waterproof.
Yeah, just squeeze the cord a little bit. They'll slow it
Yeah,
down.
if you tie a knot, it's waterproof. So, you know. Thank God
If
Stoney's
you guys
here.
want, hey, listen, man. If you wanna lower your bill, all you gotta do is this: go to the hardware store. They make a 200-foot extension cord. It's got number 10 wires in it. Plug that into your neighbor's house and run that fucker right into your basement.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
Just run your lights at night. You won't know.
You're hustling out there with your extension cord every fucking plug that bitch in. Going out
Smiley,
there
I've done worse
like
things,
pulling
man.
tarps.
I've done worse things, Smiley. You know?
I actually had that happen to my house. I went out in my backyard and I found an extension cord going out away from my house. And I said, what the hell's going on here? I went out there and there was somebody living out in a tent.
Comfortably.
Yeah, they were comfortably. They had light, they had heat, you know, they were living good. So
Oh,
I
even
said,
that little
hey,
girl.
yeah, I told them I was going to start charging rent.
There was people out here for a long time that were tying in their grow room wiring before it hit their meter.
Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah, until you get
Sure.
caught, then you get
Until you get
fucking-
caught, and that's federal time there, bud.
Yeah, you're going to a federal pound me in the ass prison on that one.
You can go to the fun place right away.
Yeah.
You guys, so the electric bill, right? So I got, I don't know, it's about 1,800 square foot ranch. Just me and my mom living here, and our bill was probably around $160 a month, and now we're around $400 to $500 a month. $220 in my lights did cut down the power bill quite a bit, you know.
That's a help.
I had this discussion with a guy, and they were so switching from 110 to 220. I was saying is the wiser thing to do. You know what I mean? And I know there's a lot of reason for that, but what the discussion was is he was saying, well, it shouldn't lower your bill because you're still pulling the same amount of power.
No, you're not. You're pulling less.
Yeah, and amperage wise, right? Which is
Yes.
right.
Which is the flow. So the amperage is your power. Is like, so if you were to liken it to, let's say, water, that would be the pressure coming out of that hose, right? So amperage is pressure, you know, and then your watts or whatnot. But what you're doing is you're running
Watts
more
is the value.
efficiently. You're not drawing on. You're not sucking more. Okay, you're gonna pull more power when you're running on a lower you know, on a lower voltage. Okay. So instead of, you know, 110, if you bump it to 220, it makes everything more efficient.
Yep.
So you go from pulling, you know, let's say 8 amps on that thing, 9 amps from 110, you're going to drop it by half, you know, you're going to go down to 4 amps probably.
And it
Which
doesn't
will
So, yeah.
save you in a panel that
cost
you don't have so much. You only got 200 amps. You need to try to cut them amps down
Right.
that you're using by 220. This helps you do that.
right. And
Yeah.
using the water analogy, if you raise the voltage, it doesn't cost you more to raise the voltage, right? So, and then your amperage is your actual flow, and you're decreasing your flow, which is like
Correct.
the work of it. Like, so yeah,
Correct.
so I understood it, like, and I see it in the bill too. Like, I mean, I don't know, ours, it dropped big time, man, when we made some of them changes. So it was kind of crazy.
Is it
It
just
does.
because it's got larger wires, easier, less resistance for
The wires
220?
will be basically the same size. It would just be, you know, yeah, you would have 2 lines of power coming in versus 1.
Okay, so it just doubles it up. Okay.
Right.
But
I mean,
that's cool
now the
too.
fixture.
So now your amperage is cut in half because you got 2 wires supplying that amperage.
Yes. It doesn't have to work as hard, you know?
Yeah, less resistance. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's kind of like going from a garden hose to water your lawn to watering your lawn with a fire hose.
Right. You only have to turn it on for a second.
Not much left in the yard afterwards, so.
But amperage makes heat too, though. So like when you're cutting that amperage,
Yes, it does.
you're
Yes.
cutting the heat that it's producing too. So there's a lot of advantage to that. Everything, like you said, everything operates smoother. And
Right.
It's
Energy's heat.
cooler. Yeah.
heat
Everything
phase,
like
that
that.
type of shits where I'm like, fuck, I get lost in all that.
Right. Well, energy is heat, right? Or heat is energy. It's created by energy, right? So the less energy, less heat.
Hey, we have any Canadians in here in chat?
Sure we do, eh?
Well, hey, Canadians, what's up with Trudeau? What's going on with that guy?
But
Trying to figure out why he's literally trying to pin everybody down into their own or keep them from buying essential stuff like gas and stuff.
oh,
You
really?
don't if you don't use a QR code to scan with your phone, you're not able to buy certain things or pretty much anything.
Why though? You're
That's
not vaccinated.
because they're not vaccinated. If you don't have the QR code vaccination and bullshit
It's
like
the mark
that,
of the beast.
Hey,
It's all
remember,
coming true. Look out for the Antichrist.
remember
Well, our
back,
Iron
Antichrist is
Maiden.
going to be our savior, right? So whoever saves us out of this mess will actually be the Antichrist.
There you go. How many years we've been on this planet, people?
I am going to save you from these tyrannical people. I will save you.
the
here's what I
Anunnaki.
want to know.
Well, I think it's going to be the Armageddon shit.
I saw a great one the other day. It said, does Lee Harvey have a son that wants to follow in daddy's footsteps?
It's a good question.
I guess I'm too stoned to get it.
I'm too stoned to get
You lost.
I get
though,
it. I
that
don't know.
means-
Lee
Let's
Harvey.
go, Brandon.
Lee Harvey Oswald?
I don't think that's. Yeah.
He didn't
I think
that's a little-
the latest
Oh.
one should be let's go Peppermint Patty.
You know, he's doing it on his own. You don't have to kill that freaking bumbling fool. Dude, anyone, I don't care how much you blue true you are, how much you love the Democratic Party, you cannot make an argument that Biden is any sort of leader or good for our country or has done anything good yet.
Wait. I heard he was perfect.
That was by a fucking
Yeah.
drunk, though.
That's true. She was kind of a little tipsy on that day.
A little tipsy every day.
Most definitely. It's tough when you got your own bar right down below. You know,
Eagle for president.
I kind of want to go to her house and take a shit right in her front fucking walkway, just because I can take a shit in her front walkway, but I can't have a goddamn plastic straw for my soda.
that's a fact.
If I'm running for president, I want SoCal for VP. I want somebody that's gonna roll.
Dude, that's a Ross Perot move.
Right? I mean, the cops roll up on you and they're gonna be like, "Hey, when you're done taking the shit, come here because you're done. You're getting busted for that straw."
Yeah. What are you doing with that straw in your pocket, fella?
Right. Hey, where'd you get that TV with the wires still hanging out of it?
Well, that's free.
Yeah.
It was only $900 for this.
Right. There's a store out here that priced everything they have at $1,001.
Good thinking.
Right.
Was
Yeah,
that like the dollar store, but the $1,000 store?
Well, no,
No,
out
there's-
here in California, if you steal $900 or less, they won't even show up to fucking talk to you if the store calls the cops.
I heard they won't. Yeah, I heard they had to go with $900 before they would take him to
So
jail
now-
or something.
Now they
Well,
got
there's
groups
footage
of people that will go and they'll
So just go to
all
CVS,
get less
yeah.
than 900 and clear the store out.
Nobody
It
does
doesn't
that.
make it legal, but
Sure it is.
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
Yeah.
It's legal, modern, basically.
it's not legal. It's just, we don't want a
Unenforced.
society like that.
Yeah, it's legal.
No,
They
we
can't
don't.
stop
We
you.
don't.
They can't stop you. It's like under a certain amount, you can get away with it. You can literally say, "I'm taking this," and then you have to say that though. "I'm taking this stuff," and then you turn around and leave. You can't just like grab it. You have to give them warning. Like, "I'm taking all this shit right now. Nothing you can do about it."
Yeah, you can go into
Yep.
Walmart, fill up your cart full of shit.
How many
Walk out
times
the
have you done
door.
it, Rat? Cream fingers?
Only a
Not
couple,
once,
right?
not once yet. Not yet. Allowing people
Today
to
I-
do it, might as well.
Today I saw a young man walk into the store, walk into the candy aisle, grab himself a big old bag of Kit Kats, rip them open, start eating them, and just walk right out the store with them. And I just looked at him like, huh, must have just moved here.
Well, that's why you pay $2 for a candy bar.
You know what I mean,
Oh.
SoCal?
In there, just to kind of entice you guys one more time on that book there, they do talk about another subject we've talked about a lot too. It's electrifying the plants. They kind of give out a little bit of somebody's recipe about electrifying the plants. They found that there was too much, too little. There was a sweet spot. It was like next to nothing. The time span that it was only usable or beneficial was like only an hour a day. But there is a lot of shit that they've actually have on electrifying plants and as far as growth and yields. They talk about that book as well.
I believe
That
it.
must have been when they were doing the electrical shock therapy on the people too, when they were doing that test.
Yeah.
Probably. Look at me.
think
I'm
it's-
so good looking. You know it works. Oh,
Yeah, but the electricity up where you're hanging out is different.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
all
you
I
just
gotta
don't
say
need
about
it.
that.
It's just more power, Johnny. Just less time on it. That's all. That's all you need. Not like an hour of it.
Yeah, you just turned into a real marshmallow, poof, just like that.
Well, they talk about that too in fucking history. They used Leighton jars at one point to fucking shock people for different reasons. headaches. They fucking wrap coils around your brain. They seriously in the book. They're like that. Back in the day, that'd be like 2 shocks to the head with a Leyden jar to get rid of that. They were talking all kinds of shit. They're weird shit they were trying to use as electricity as a medicine in back in the day.
It doesn't feel good to get shocked.
That's what
I can tell you.
Chair of some sort, I think.
I can tell you too.
It's riveting, I can say.
You don't want to do it again. Very shocking.
Yeah. What's up, Raz?
Cheers, Raz.
I found out that
Yeah, it's
I
exhilarating.
found out that cutting through a 220 line with a wet saw really fucking hurts.
Oh yeah, they make a nice boom.
Yeah, that hurt.
Well, I was changing out a 220 breaker, and the damn thing got stuck, and I grabbed my great big old screwdriver, brand new fucking Craftsman screwdriver, and
220.
I was working on that sucker, yeah, and it went back and hit the bus bar, and it melted it. I only had an inch left of my screwdriver that was about 11 inches long.
Dude, you're lucky, bro. You are fucking lucky.
That was only
220 gonna bite you, boy.
Yeah. When I got done, I said, "Fuck, guess I won't do that again." I went and got another screwdriver.
Johnny, did you work for me at one time? I think I know you.
Yeah. I was the guy on the 32nd floor.
Actually, the 32nd floor, I did have problems in one building.
Just kidding, boss. Just kidding. Yeah. That wasn't me, honest. I don't play with electricity. That was the first and last time that I got involved in it. And I said, I don't think I'm going to be playing with this shit anymore.
I know
Not with screwdrivers.
I know just enough about electrical not to fuck with it.
Right. That's
like
what I learned.
Oh, I've done a lot, dude. I've put a lot of panels in and so forth because, at least where I'm at, you're allowed to do your own, stuff as long as you get it permitted. So I got friends that are electricians, and I've done so much of my whole life. I do it all myself.
Just touch those 2 wires together.
The only thing I won't do, I got something I won't do. I won't go up there to the fucking pole and hook that motherfucker up to the main power. Fuck that, dude.
The invisible rainbow.
Fuck that. All these professionals do that shit.
I kept saying the electric rainbow, but it's
A history of electricity.
Okay, I got to rewrite that then.
A history of electricity and what?
life.
And life. Yeah, dude. Without electricity, we'd all be dead. All heartbeats on electric power.
Oh,
You guys know that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Stoney's actually right.
Stoney,
That zap every once in a while recharges that juice.
I got an electrical question for you. Living in the desert, wintertime gets to be very statically shocking.
Yeah.
Let's just say that. I have to slap my doorknob before I grab it because it hurts. I mean, it hurts back to my first knuckle.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, I literally the other day I was walking up to my my door. I had a 4-inch fucking arc.
Oh yeah.
What is that shit?
Dude, static electricity, no joke, man. I'll tell you too, like if you said to me, well, I'm gonna zap you, right, for a second with what do you want, 220 or 110? I'll take 220 every time. It doesn't hurt like 110. 110 leaves a pain, man. I don't know why.
It snaps.
Yeah, it gives you
it snaps.
Or 220, it just and then it just feels like someone grabs you for a second.
Oh, really?
You're like, whoa, what the fuck was that? You know?
But it doesn't
But 110
hurt.
fucking hurts. And now static
As long as you can let go.
See, I didn't know that shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that either.
Hey, do
Static
the 100,
You
electricity
gotta
right?
double
is pretty fucking
double
bad
the
too.
juice.
So why does it in the desert in the wintertime? Why does it get so
It's dry.
electrified all around?
Very
Dry,
it?
humid.
right? Yeah, that's still being so dry.
It is because it's dry. There's
Air's
so much
dry.
more than that.
So I gotta walk around with fucking rubber gloves on, I guess.
Either rubber gloves or take your
During this
fucking
time.
shoes and socks off and walk around with your feet grounded to the ground so you don't.
No, dude,
Because
I'm
your
in a
body,
trailer.
you're holding what you're doing is so you create static and you get it right. You're like a starter, electrical starter.
I'm a spark plug.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm a spark plug.
You're like a fuck. I can't remember the name of not a resistor.
Just call me a Spitfire.
You're the resistor.
It's a capacitor actually.
Yeah, the
Capacitor,
capacitor
it's
is the one that releases.
holding electric power.
Right. It
Yeah,
holds a
2-minute
charge
warning.
and then when it needs
That's
it.
a capacitor.
And
Yeah.
you want to talk about getting zapped and having it hurt, get zapped by a capacitor, man. Those are the worst. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you don't know that juice, right?
Oh, it's instantaneous too. It's a lot of power snapping at you, man. It just
It's-
blasts you right off your ass.
It's like a baby a baby rattlesnake, man. It lets all of its juice out at one time.
Yes.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Yeah, I don't like those. So that and static electricity to me is the worst. Getting zapped.
Oh, it hurts. It hurts like a Dickens, man. I mean, I don't even want to go near the doorknobs, And it doesn't matter if I'm walking barefoot in my trailer, I still get shocked.
Well, yeah, because you're
I'm
not
up above the
grounded.
ground.
Yeah,
That's what I
right.
used to
Yeah,
have.
I'm up above the ground.
That's what I used to have to do, Johnny. I just slap them. When you walk, you go to grab it, just run your hand past it real fast and hit it, so you won't.
It
get
still
caught.
hurts.
It's just a little.
Yeah, it still hurts though. I mean, I feel it back in my knuckles,
Oh,
Maybe we
Hold
got
the
to
piece of
figure out
copper.
we got to come up with some grip handles or
Yeah,
door
hold the
handle.
piece of copper.
Right?
We need to have shoes that can ground us.
You need a copper
Your
ring.
shoes be able to ground us somehow. Put a little thing on the end of it to ground us.
Yo,
Johnny, you can always just go
Happy
get a bunch of
420,
condoms, slip them
people.
over the door handles.
what's that?
420.
Yeah, they'd have to
Cheers,
be the red
man.
ones, right?
Use them. Make sure you use them first.
I keep talking about going off grid, so no more electricity at all, not even generated.
Hey, see, it's bad when you got to pet the dog and you get freaking whacked by the static.
Yeah.
You kiss them and
Yeah.
they stop your nose. Of course, when they kiss you and they blow your face off, it's like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, their tail's like a scorpion, man. It comes up with an electric shock.
You go across the bed like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
And you get sparks, like how Johnny said, 4 or 5 inches away. It's like, what the fuck? A magic.
Yeah, that shit, it hurts, man. I'm telling you. When that shit's coming out that hard, it's snapping hard when it goes into the back knuckle.
Dude,
Right to the
I don't feel it.
I went to open the fridge last night and the wife was sitting on the couch in the other room. And the fucking metal handle of the
Yes.
fridge got me so hard, she heard the snap in the other room.
Yeah.
That shit hurt.
They said in that book at one point they actually sold a device that was like actually made to give you a static electrical charge that they said would deliver. It was for women that would deliver your kiss, that extra spark. So basically, they would give themselves the electrical static charge and then give you that kiss, and it was supposed to be that. Yeah, yeah.
Whoa, woman.
Where's he kissing her? You go. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just relaying. There was no graphicals to
You
it.
put that in your back
As far
pocket.
as where-
Or where's she kissing him?
I don't think that'd be enjoyable, Johnny. I don't know.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
He's asleep.
Like your background, Johnny.
You guys
Stay away
never
from the
busted
lightning
out
rod.
the battery cable, jumper cables in the bedroom?
Just a vibrating nipple clamp. Just a vibrating
I have
nipple
a friend.
clamp. Nothing
It's
else.
electrifying.
Okay, let's hear about
Good.
this one, Sal.
You got issues, brother.
I had a guy I went to, well, he's a little bit older than me. I guess he would have been a senior when I was a freshman. But Henry's brother and wife were killed like that. They had them both up their anuses.
Interesting.
Both electrocuted to death.
No.
Did his penis melt inside of her?
No, they both had probes up their ass.
Yeah, but were they connected? Is where it
Did
went
they
through,
complete
right?
the
Connected to the
circuit? Is
same
what
one.
he's wanting to know.
Yeah, they
Same
completed
one
the
sent
circuit.
out,
Is that how
they-
they found them?
They were hooked to, so for that, that's a good for your little perverted enjoyment of shoving your stuff up your man's ass. If you want to die like that, you go right ahead.
That's a fucked up way to go, man. Like somebody's got to come in and find the murder.
A suicide pact.
Holy shit! I
We're
went
gonna
from
fuck
frying in my
ourselves
ass
to
to
death.
frying forever.
How do we
Oh,
report
okay.
this one? I
Yeah,
don't know.
that's a way to go for sure.
I don't think they were planning on dying. I mean, you know.
No, I guess not. But yeah, no doubt.
Talk about trying to put the spark back in the relationship or what?
It must have been exhilarating.
Could you
Was
imagine
that
finding
back
a
in the
family
gerbil-
like that? Would you want to find
the
your brother? Or
gerbil
something
era?
like that?
Were they
No.
trying to get
Turn into the
the gerbil out?
Oh yeah.
People do funny things to get their rocks off, man.
Oh God, we're not going there, are we?
No.
No, I'm not.
Let's
I'm just
not.
saying people
Yeah,
do.
let's-
You guys
let's
can. I'm
not.
gonna jump out.
Yeah.
I,
Smiley
listen,
says, "Yeah, I'm out."
I'm not into any of that stuff, right? And I used to look at a lot of stuff I never wished when I was a kid, right? And I actually had a chance to confront Larry Flynn. And I didn't take it because he had two big bodyguards with weapons with him. But when I got to Europe and saw the stuff over there, I was like, America's got nothing on perversion. Europe's already into it. I mean, they get pictures. You get pictures. You're like, what are you guys doing to each other?
Hang on a second. I thought we weren't going there.
Right?
I think you just hit the curb, young man.
Well, listen. Hey, listen. Here are the stats. You take all your combined entertainment, movies, football, baseball, every one of them. Americans spend more money on porno than they do all of them combined. So there's a lot of people in the crowd right now.
I
You're
wouldn't
giving
doubt
your
that.
paycheck to porno.
Dude,
Wasting your seed.
who's paying for porno?
You
get
should
free
Consider
porno?
that seed
What?
like you do your
What the
cannabis.
fuck?
He stepped on the gas on that one. Huh,
Yeah.
Smiley?
Sorry.
No. Hey, it's like growing your own. You guys
Well,
don't all like go
That-
make porn.
That's
for money?
literally that's a stat. That's a true stat. The numbers and dollars are spent more on porno in this country than every other sporting event, all your music, everything combined.
So with all the free porn out there, there's tons of people out there spending tons of money on it. So that goes to prove to me that we can upsell our weed and just tell them this shit's the best.
What's not
Because
just
the free
that?
porn ain't no
Thinking
different.
about
than
getting in the
charging.
porn business.
No,
Yeah,
it'll
that's
make
what I'm saying.
Are you saying that we're all just a bunch of jerk offs?
I guess so.
In America.
I guess so. I guess that's what it is. I'm into all business.
It's a real
What was-
conversation. though.
what
It's a real
was-
conversation?
What was that comedian? There was a comedian that used to joke about that shit. What did he say? It was something along the lines of paying for your sex is illegal unless you film it.
There you go. Yeah.
Then it's making porn.
Didn't they also used to have like why the girls always wore fucking high heels and shit was because then it was like artwork or something because they were like
right. Yeah.
they weren't fully nude or
They're
whatever.
fashion models.
I don't know if that was true. I just remember that was the story. Like, why does that bitch never take her fucking high heels off, man?
That's because David Lee Roth said, no, leave the shoes on.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's extra to
No,
see her
leave those
feet.
on.
Toes cost more.
That's right too, man.
Well, that falls into the whole.
I don't know,
fetish
man. I see
category,
some
so you
toes
gotta
you
pay
don't
more
want to
for it.
see.
I believe that.
I'm with Stony Creek on that in chat there. He says put porn on your weed jars. You could come up with weed, what is it, webcam string, ... and fucking fancy
Yeah.
up the jar a little bit.
Yeah, we should. These days we should be thinking of should be more like Debbie the Dallas fucking strains or something.
Right? The porno streams.
Porno
Yeah, don't give
strains.
Yeah.
Winston the idea.
You got to
Don't
realize,
parlay the-
you got
don't
to
parlay.
realize that all that stuff that just happened with Epstein, right? Well, Larry Flint was always at the White House press secretary meeting, at the big White House meeting once a year. Larry Flint was always there because Larry Flint was in on the murders that happened down in Los Angeles with John Holmes and all the other things that happened up in Laurel Canyon, which were tied to Manson. They're all those things are combined. So when you see a guy like that, why is he sitting with all these people? He's a porno guy, and just because he's in the media and do that, why does he get to come to the White House thing? For that reason, they're all tied together. So if you're making the most money in this country, that's where it's being spent on. Well, guess who's the biggest into it? Your government.
Oh, most definitely.
The oldest profession in the world, right? Being a hooker or whatever.
It
It's
is.
all tied together, right? Sex.
Well, TV programming, right? So it's just a different type of programming.
Right?
Yeah, but from what it sounds like to me, baseball is no longer the American national pastime.
Porn.
I don't think it has been for a while.
I guess not.
Solo-handed baseball, man.
Pocket pool it is.
Pocket pool.
Save your
Yeah.
seed, man. Save your seed.
It's the new national sport. Pocket pool.
So
Swing
pretty soon,
with that there. buddy.
It goes with hot apple pie, right?
right? So you're telling me
Or warm.
beating the weasel is going to be an Olympic sport pretty soon?
Let's hope not.
How
I don't
fast
think
you
you
can
have to
blast
worry
one.
Yeah, it's hard to say what they're going to add into the Olympic sports anymore.
It'll
No,
be
how
a shooting,
fast you could blast 3.
shooting
Just
for
the gunner
distance.
I might not see another one, so I'm not.
While sprinting.
Right.
That'll
You
give a
see,
whole new definition to a
next to you
freaking
when
shot
you were a
put.
kid.
Oh my lord, it's just terrible.
Yeah, we gotta change this topic real quick.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
already.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, the writing's on the wall on that.
I'm just gonna say, I was gonna parlay the marijuana grow into a rap career, but now I think I'm gonna go parlay it into a porn career.
There you
That's
go.
it.
Yeah,
One of the
I'm
reasons-
in the wrong
here, listen.
profession.
One of
Who's
the
gonna
reasons-
get rich?
You should do the
One of the
underwear
reasons-
modeling first. If you like it.
Calvin Klein,
One of the
Kramer.
reasons you
I'll
can
be
get
on
something
billboards
like that
across
is
Times Square. That would be pretty cool.
People are
I
only
deserve it.
you for the lust of your body, Tao. Is that
My
right?
my sweet ass.
Like right now, you got us all captured by your mind, and you want to ruin that.
Maybe I'll go as an alias. I'll keep them separated.
It's a seed, right?
You mean like you did last on Halloween?
My psycho, my 3 personalities.
Right, Eagle? You still think that's Vin Diesel. He just had a fucking sit in.
It's amazing what they can do with technology these
It's a
days.
seed, right? I just got seed in the mail
Computer aided.
from Blaze out there today.
Yeah.
He wouldn't be too happy if I just wasted those seeds. It's a seed. It's supposed to produce something.
Is it?
It's a seed.
See,
What are we talking about?
dude, I got
Semen.
apple seeds.
Semen is a seed. Semen
Oh,
is a seed.
Yeah, but dude,
to
you
make-
shoot out millions, only one makes it. Only one counts, so you got plenty.
All right. Well, I might pop 50 beans and only keep one.
True.
It's all practical. It's all there. And Smiley, he knows it better than anybody because it says the father sent his seed into Mary. It's a
No,
seed. Don't waste.
So in
your seed.
other words, don't waste
Listen,
the seed.
I'm guilty too.
Seed or
I
whatever.
have done it. I'm guilty. I'm not. I don't have clean hands, right? I do now because I've asked for forgiveness, but I'm guilty of it. I like women, but I haven't touched a woman in 5 years now. My body hurts. I don't think I want to try. So you guys aren't like that. So find yourself a woman, marry her, and make more babies.
Let her do
No
the
more
work,
babies.
Les.
No more babies.
No, I got enough.
Mary.
Come on,
Joe
more babies. I
Mary.
want more babies, man.
No more
Put
babies.
together.
I've made it this
Peace,
long
man.
without
More
kids.
eagles
I ain't
running
trying
around.
to-
I
Sign
think
that
the eagle got
paper.
his shit tied and shit, right? He don't even count no more.
Fucking blanks. Blanks.
I just
As long as it's shooting,
Bark and
right?
no bite, man.
I ain't shooting no blanks, dude. I can't go there.
You
Hey,
guys
Alec
are-
Baldwin said he was shooting blanks though too, man.
I just want to say, Russ, I'm with you on the find a woman thing, but not on the get married. Find a woman, spend your life with her, create a union. There doesn't have to be that paper, does there? Does there? Does there?
No, there doesn't. No, there doesn't. Right?
As of late,
Right.
I'm. Why
Watch
why
this.
should there be a
Watch
contract?
this.
Where's that? Where is that in the book? That you have to
Well,
sign that.
You just have to
and
tell
get a
there's
lawyer.
not. There's not, right? But back before, right? There's an honor system, right? So I heard somebody talking about the other day, much younger than me, that said it better. And they were talking, the women want all these things out of men, right? But they don't want them to be like the older men who brought that old time style living. They want them to have all those characteristics, but they want to yell at them and tell them everything to do. Well, men lived that way before because they were getting a virgin. They were getting somebody who wanted to be married, and they weren't ever expecting to get divorced. So you can't expect a man to give you all those things if you want this new thing where you get to tell him all the stuff, but you want to be the old guy. It don't work, But so you can do it without a piece of paper, right? But when you come together, you better say, this is for life. We're doing this for life. So you're marrying somebody who you find a woman. I pray anybody out there who wants a woman, who wants, or there's a woman out there who wants a man in their wife. They find somebody who's already a husband, or somebody who's already a wife, in the sense that's what they want to be. Their mindset is to be that partner that stays with you, stays committed to you, is your best friend, and has your back. Don't talk behind your back. You don't steal from each other. You don't lie to each other. Because soon as a lie
Perez,
happens.
where are you going with this, man?
Freaking Johnny out.
I'm
Because
trying to. I'm trying to make a
answering
circle
Eagle's
on this here.
Well, I'm answering Eagle's question about being married. So if that
Okay.
contract is written in your heart, right, that piece of paper doesn't mean anything. That's just a piece of paper that they've made it so there can be an equality collected now. But is it really equality from different states? No, because you could be doing the same thing, and some states come down to the end and she says, I get it all.
And she does.
So it should be equally fair. The man can say, I get it all. And they go, whoa, 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 whoa.
I definitely don't think you should get married until you're ready to get married. That's for sure.
Well, there's a purity to people. Two people who come together and they've never been with anybody else, so they're virgins, right? I'm talking to younger people or people who've never had sex. So there's a commitment that they don't know anybody else, so they don't have any other thought of anybody else in their mind because they've never had. Because it says if you sleep with a harlot, you sleep with a whore, you make yourself one with her in the body. Every other sin is outside the body, but sexual sin is against your body. So if it's not holy, you're only hurting yourself. There's a group of people in this country, and they get the
I
highest.
don't know.
rate
I
of
think
suicide.
it's always holy with me, man. The woman's always saying, "Oh my God, oh my God."
Well, see, the
Guys are
woman,
getting deep.
you should never watch this. A man should never want a woman who chases him. A deer in the natural, you go out in the natural, the females don't chase the men around. The deer chase the females. So you chase after her, and she pushes you away. You chase after her, she pushes you away. She chases after you, pushes you away. And if you chasing after her and you ain't nice, her daddy might come along and smack your ass. Right?
I think we've all had different dating experiences in that too.
Hey, listen, I've been married and divorced twice, right? I got married.
That's funny.
She's dead.
Yep,
She's
he's
my
an
first wife.
expert.
My first wife.
Oh,
So long.
Um,
My second
been
wife
married 33 years.
should have been a day. There you go. 33 years. My thumbs off to you. My parents have been married 60 63, 63
A
I
lot.
think.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
60 whatever is a lot.
And they've lucky they made it 63. This guy here made their life really hard. Really hard.
Yo, the best bitch is Mary Jane.
Mary Jane.
So Eagle, you don't have to have that piece of paper. It's just you're finding that person who really wants to be in that situation where it's like you're married. And now it's only about what we want them. We've lived together for 20 years. We've treated everybody with respect. We've done everything. We've even raised kids. But you know what? I think we need a little bit of money. So we get married and it's all about the money, about the tax break, right? And then as soon as that happens, if money is the decider, it'll fall apart.
Only
You're not
fans.
married for the relationship anymore. You're married for your tax benefit.
So you start only fans, and then it's all good.
I've just seen it happen to me.
You got to go by the 1,000-day rule, which is when you first get together with somebody, you don't move in with her for at least 1,000 days. Then you live with them 1,000 days before you actually propose. So now you got 2,000 days between the time you met and started dating till the time you propose. If you don't know somebody by 2,000 days, then you don't need to be there.
I say
I was 3 kids in 10 years deep before I took that plunge.
the wisest advice in any of this is
I know women in their 40s that are virgins.
What the fuck is
Women in their
that?
40s.
That is not no fun.
No.
What was she saying, smiling?
I was gonna say the best advice on all this is the hot to crazy matrix. If anybody's seen that or not, you can YouTube
I
it.
have.
Hot to crazy matrix.
If she's a 7 here but a 5 there, you're fucked.
Yeah, dude. She's a 10 and a 10 or whatever. It's the unicorn. Or what? One of them was like, dude, you're talking to a dude or something like that. Pretty funny. It's funny, but it like lays out where the wife zone is and where the not wife zone is, and like so you can get that all proper if you're going through that.
I want a wife that can manage the house. I always wanted a wife that could manage the house because I could go out and make all the money you wanted to make. Well, how many businesses you want to start? What you want to do? I'll make the money. You just make sure the bills are paid, the house is taken care of, and
Food on the table?
Huh?
Food on the table?
Right?
Yeah, food on the table, and I was always going to have a farm, so it would always be a lot of fresh food. Never had to worry about buying meat because I was going to slaughter all the animals. So, so I have a friend who's dairy farm. He has 6 boys, right? He has 6 boys. When he had his 6 boys, she kept trying for a girl. Finally, one day he said, looked at her, he said, and he didn't mean it, but he meant it. He said, because he's like, I'm a dairy farmer. He's like, you got 6 boys. He said, if you're still wanting a girl, you're going to have to go out and find another stud. You're not going to get a girl out of me. It's just not going to happen. The longer you go along and have boys, less like the chance you're ever going to have a girl. So he had 6 boys.
It's my time to jump out.
Yeah, I'm fading fast too. I'm following Smiley.
But for a farmer, 6 boys is a good thing.
Right on, Smiley. Have a good night, brother.
Yeah.
Peace out, Smiley.
Later, Smiley.
Yeah, man. Have a good evening.
Peace out, Kyle.
Yeah, I'm taking off too. Modern, Johnny Cannon Seed, Stony, Green Fingers, SoCal, Rez. It's always good to see you motherfuckers. And Eagle, it's always fucking good fucking talking shit with Eagle.
Yeah.
And
Got it
yeah,
this
hope
time. I missed it the
I
last
hope-
time. It felt like so empty. Man, I missed it.
I know you
Yes,
feel.
I get my-
We thought you dropped out like for good, but yeah, you came back. I was still there, but yeah, hopefully everything gets worked out to the better with you, Eagle. I'm sure it will. And yeah, you don't owe us anything, but yeah, we totally appreciate it when you show up, man. So
Appreciate you guys, brother.
peace out, everybody. Have a great one. We'll talk to
Right
you
on,
soon.
Bob.
Crystals.
Good night, brother.
Crystals.
Worms.
Crystals.
So Eagle, are you is this gonna be the last one you're gonna be doing regularly, or are you just gonna be hit and miss?
It's gonna be hit and miss at best. You know, I got a lot to do between here and there. I gotta at least have things ready, standby kind of ready. You know what I'm saying? You know, have things ready to a point just in case. But I do tend to look into it, pursue it a little bit. So
I would
oh yeah, I can't sit here
definitely,
and tell everybody, yeah, I'm gonna do the spotlights. And I can't. I'm not even gonna schedule any
Yeah.
spotlights
I
from
walked
now
out.
until then.
I walked out of the room when you said the time frame. What did he give you to the end of January?
It's yeah,
uh,
like yeah, kinda, yeah, basically.
Well, dude,
so
See,
I,
to
I
that
still
to that
think you
man
ought
out
to
there,
consult
I say you're unrighteous. You better
consult a
repent.
lawyer. I still think you ought to consult a lawyer just to ask a question. You know,
Is there a you said there was a sale? He's selling the house? Is that what you said?
no, it's
I was
well, it's a line contract between me and him, and he's refusing to honor his extension, basically. So
well,
we had talked
it, it,
about adding an extension, and it was all good and great until this last. We're actually past the date, so we were supposed to sign it September or December 15th, and he decided not
it
to.
sounds like you guys kind of had a adjustable arm kind of a deal, or a balloon payment kind of, where you paid for a while and then at the very end you had a lump sum payment.
I mean,
Yeah.
Exactly.
to be honest with you, I think it's the market's up right now, and he could be wanting to take advantage of the market.
Oh yeah. Oh,
That's-
that is definitely it. At one point, he even said that. He's like, "These are your three options. We could fucking work something out. You can sell the house and make the money, and try to find a place. I can sell the house and fucking try to or I'll make that extra." Because there is, from the time I
Is it
bought
still
the
available to
house,
buy? Is it still able to
it's at
buy?
9. Yeah.
No, is that place still able to do it?
Well, I have 15 days to come up with the balloon, basically. 15
With the balloon?
days now. So.
I keep thinking about I'd like to move to Michigan. You got any more land beside you?
You gonna take my house, Rez? Fucker?
No, I want the one beside you. I want the one beside you.
He's like, is
I
it
don't
for
want you to
sale?
leave.
It's
want
obviously
you to
good
keep-
garden space right there. It's already set up.
I want you to keep. I'd like you to keep your place, and I want to buy a property beside
I'm just
you. No,
man.
I just
Hopefully
don't-
it'll work out. Like I said, I'll talk to a lawyer, maybe tell me I got a leg to stand on. We've made multiple deals. He's changed it several times as we've approached the due date there. It's went up, basically. And now
the only way
he
you can deal with a
just-
guy like that is pay him off and get him out of the way, or you don't want to deal with him no more because he'll never change.
Right. Yeah. I've
Well,
said
I'd like
that
to
for the
think he
last year.
could.
I can't wait to get this guy off my case.
Yeah,
It is what it
when
is.
you first started talking about it, you said he was the guy with the pole barn. I ended up doing something else. I was like, what did he just say? That was the guy he was doing the pole barn on. I said, that guy turned out to be a real prick. What the hell?
It's one of those things. Sometimes, forced changes are blind gifts. You know what I mean? You don't want them, you don't see them, but after they're all said and done, man, you look back, they're like, wow, that was probably one of the best fucking things that ever happened to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah,
That's the way I'm gonna
sometimes.
look at this. This is probably a better opportunity out there, you know.
I know the feeling, man. You have a gun pulled in your face, and you're glad
You muted, Stoney.
you're glad the tube came out so you couldn't fire them off and kill the person.
Life is like what it's about, right? You're gonna go through a bunch of shit. And honestly, that's how I get through a lot of bad shit. I'm in some bad shit right now, honestly, but you know, I know at the end of the day, you know, you got to step back too sometimes and look at what the fuck's going on, look at the choices you made, you know what I'm saying? And then try and figure out what is the lesson that's being taught. You know, like what are you being told? You know, like with me going back to work doing electrical and shit. Dude, I've been bouncing in and out of this trade for the last like 20 years now. And I don't know why. It's just been, you know, at certain times I should have been kept working and shit. And normally I always was working because I was fucking fast. I was always on time. I didn't take days off. I worked all the overtime. And then all of a sudden I'm just keep losing my job for what the fuck, no reason. And then it's like little by little, I end up in this growing thing. And now I'm applying to grow at scale at some place that's growing out here, you know. I'm just following what just keeps getting happening to me. So, you know, I guess the moral is at the end of the day, it's going to come out.
Life changes. I've been through many, many changes in my life.
Yeah. Well, a negative can always be a positive. You know, it can always be a positive. I told the story earlier how I had a Kenworth, one of my neighbors that had a shitty connection in a CB and only got out like 250 feet, 300 feet. But that 300 feet, only getting out that far, saved me when I started going sideways on a highway and my trailer started going down a hill behind me outside of Des Moines. The reason I knew it was happening because of a whiteout is that I heard, this was like trying to stop behind an accident, was I heard the CB go say, we got one sideways, and it was the only truck close to me. So that CB not getting out that far, I knew it was me. So I looked to my right, and right there, my trailer was like sliding off the highway, getting ready to go down an embankment. And just that quick turn and punching that back on the road saved me. So that negative that I put up with that annoyed me all the time that I wanted to get fixed and I couldn't get rid of the short saved me. So him doing this could be your saving grace. Sometimes when guys do stuff like this, it comes back to bite him in the ass. So if he's being unrighteous, I'd say follow the righteous path, do the legal thing you're allowed to do, treat him with honor and respect, and you might end up getting it for cheaper.
I
You never
agree.
know.
This is one of them character building moments. That's all.
Yeah,
Most definitely.
you're right, man. It is.
Don't
What's
lose your
really cool
cool.
about all that is that he was trying to get you a pole barn, just hope that he would steal it possibly.
Oh yeah, he
Yeah,
definitely
you got a free pull bar.
enticed me to fucking increase the value of the house the whole way.
I've had that happen to me before. Build a fence.
Yeah.
Sure, you can use that field. Be able to start building all kinds of fence, have 80 hours of hand labor into it. And then you go to him and the other guy said, you promised it to me. And then you go to the guy and you're like, he was like, well, I did promise to him before. I'm like, you just gave me permission to do it. And I did all this work. He's, well, how long do you think you were going to get it? Well, I figured probably for like a 10-year lease or what, at least anyway, 1 year free for doing all this work. And he was like, what? Blah, 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 and all this other stuff. So I just broke bad on him like I did do in some situations, and I say some stupid shit, right? And I was like, then you pay me for all my work. And he said, okay. So I showed up to his house for a bill for $80 with a labor building fence, clearing woods, about $45 an hour. I showed up to his house just because I was a contractor. That's what I charged for an hour for myself. And he was like, what are you talking about? He said, I was joking. I was like, I don't joke about money. You didn't sound like you were joking. So I'm on my money. He's like, well, I'm not paying you that. He said, you can have it for a year. I said, you can take that field and shove it up your backside. I said, and anytime his cows get into my field, or my cows now. right? So he put them in there. You Cal, get over here. Tell him to keep them over there, or they're mine. I'm not giving them back. He was like, what are you talking about? I was like, listen, you just stole from me. Stole 80 hours of hard labor out of my pocket. I guess I should just let it go, right? I did. I didn't get nothing out of it. You know, people do that all the time, but they end up, people make some really bad decisions. They'll stay with the one that guy was unjust, unrighteous, did not treat a couple hundred acres that guy had very well. And I could have took it all over and got equipment and had other people farming it within a week until I could control it. I had other farmers controlling it. They'd had that land pristine, but he stuck with the other guy because it was almost like a control push thing. You know, one had control over the other, and the other one thought he was going to steal. If I take it away from him, this one's going to steal from me. So then they wouldn't give it to anybody righteous, and it's this unrighteous act just goes on and on and on and on and on. You know, it's like you own the property, but you don't want to kick him off, and you know he's not taking care of it. Well, if I kick him off, I might not get all the equipment back he's already taken off the property. I'm like, oh, you what? Like, okay, I'm out of here. You guys are crazy, man. You're stupid, you know. You ever been around farmers? Farmers are like that, right? They'll give you your property. If you don't take care of it, you plant corn on it, and you don't come back at the end of the year, they just call their buddy up and say, hey, come and get the corn. Free corn, man. You know, it's like, guy comes back 2 weeks late. Where's my corn? You were supposed to be here at a certain time and take it. I needed it off the field. Where's my corn at? I guess you had to go talk to the corn man and buy it back. You know, I mean, so that's what that.
Bail.
Yeah.
What's that?
I gotta bail, guys. I'm gonna get some shit done. But the offer does stand to preferably those of you that can see chat and beyond. If you'd like to fucking take the realm at some point in the gaps, you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be a 2 o'clock Weed Nerd World. You guys can kick it off at 11:30 if you want. Just get a hold of me in the day and let me know, hey man, I wouldn't mind hosting tonight. Let me know.
So wait, what?
I'd like to keep.
I missed something, man.
Yeah.
Well, because of the situation, the only thing I can guarantee right now, as far as show wise, is Mondays. I'm not going to take away Mondays. Mondays has always been mandatory Weed Nerd World. At least keep that going. But as far as like the rest of the week, until I figure out what's going on, I have to focus more towards taking care of shit. So I can't. I'm not going to schedule any guests from A to B. But if any of the past guests, or you know what I mean, that have the key, would like to take the reign and guest host a few nights or a night, whatever, I'm open to letting others hold down the fort a little bit while I get things taken care of. You know what I mean? Just to keep things going, keep things rolling.
I could probably do
I
some
might
2
take
o'clock
Ned Denver's
ones.
advice too and run some old episodes. Old episodes are fun. That allows people to chat, but everybody likes the live interaction. You know what I mean? So I think that's fun. You know what I mean? I like the idea of throwing back some old episodes since there's so many good ones. Fuck, you know what I mean? I think there's a lot of episodes, a lot of people have forgotten about. So it'd be a good chance for that. But in the same aspect, I'd like to keep it live as well. So you guys say I have some ideas, want to help keep the channel rolling? I'm more than welcome. I'm welcoming the ideas.
Yeah,
we're willing to help.
Wait a second. I have another thing I'd like to add, but it's okay. You may not be comfortable with it, but I'm going to say it anyway, brother. I'm not opposed to taking $100 of what I have and send it to you, right? And you have a lot of friends out there that probably could afford $100 even. That a lot of people.
I don't like that.
You might be. Wait a second.
I appreciate that.
It's a gift that they might get. You might have enough money to buy that house. You ain't got to worry about it. Why?
I didn't
It's
announce
$100.
this for that, Russ. No, I didn't let. Now it was more because I love you guys, and I prefer to be on an honest front
I
than
know.
disappear
I know.
and leave
Well, I'm just saying
everybody
that
going, well, what
I
the
would
fuck
be
happened?
if you
Whatever
needed to buy that
happened to that
house
guy?
and you were asking
You
all
know
your
what I
friends for
mean?
$100, I would throw $100 in if you were asking all your friends for $100 to buy the house. That's all I'm saying.
I couldn't, and I wouldn't do that. This show's never. I've never set this up
I
to
know.
be a money adventure. This
I'm
is
not saying
fucking.
anything.
I white out. If that were in the intent,
Hey,
I would have
listen.
monetized
There's
long
a
ago.
watch
It's
this.
not even an
There's
option.
a watch. Hey, watch this. It's the same. Is it any different, right, than a seed auction? I'm just saying. I'm not saying you have to do it. You can tell me that. I'm just. Let me just finish it. I see Next Gen Light has one of the guys is having a sickness or something now, right? They didn't say, but all this week, that Dynasty Genetics and everything on Ralph Rosenberg's website for his seeds, every seed sales goes to that guy. The whole thing, all the money from the seeds, right? And they did that on their own initiative, right? So what I'm saying is it's kind of the same thing. I know you're the kind of person, you're old school, and you don't want anybody giving you money. And I respect that, right? I'm just saying where my heart is. Right?
I think
so I know that, and I know there's other people out there the
Yeah.
same way.
Eagle. So,
I've-
I guess, it, most of us probably don't watch fucking TV. That's why we're on here, right? And I don't have to pay to watch you. I could watch you for free all day long. But if you're not going to be there because of a money issue, I would have to pay for cable if I watched cable. So what's the difference if we funneled money to you to keep you on the air to keep the show going? You know what I'm saying? So this way it wouldn't be like you taking it personally. Exactly.
I get that. You guys' hearts
Amen.
very much in the right place, but no. The only comfort I've had in this disappearance, in this rough phase, is knowing that I haven't taken a dollar from anybody. That's the thing. I've said that from the beginning. What keeps this fun for me is that it's a passion project. You know what I mean? Once you associate a dollar to this and people have given you something for it, now it feels more like an obligation. You know what I mean? They paid you, and now I got to show up and deliver. And I don't want you guys to feel like you've contributed and I'm not living up to my obligation, nor do I want to feel like I have an obligation and I'm not fulfilled. So it's never
Well,
even been part of the plan. This is,
yeah,
this is
but
all
how much
is
money?
and always will be
I
a
know, but
passion
watch it.
project. You know what I mean?
Everybody
I
trades
get just
stuff.
as much out of this as you guys do. That's the big
I know.
secret here. You know what I mean?
I
That's why I do the shout outs, although I'm probably not going to do them tonight. But that's why I still continue to do them. You know what I mean? That's the secret. I get every bit as much out of this as you guys that come on and the people that are in chat. It means just as much to me as it does you guys. It would seem very unfair to put them on to take anything, or you know what I mean?
Well,
It's
I
just,
mean, I get it.
it's
So
not, it's not right.
if it takes then some of us to run a show, I would definitely do a show or so. I mean,
understand that.
That would work.
Yeah.
I'll take that. I'll
I'll
take that.
I'll enter the band up there. Maybe we'll jam a couple tunes and just let chat. We'll go crazy, have fun.
It'd be cool.
Larry's pretty
It's your
funny.
night. You do what you want with it. That's the way I see it, man.
Be fun, man.
I don't know. Eagle sent out a lot of free beans. I've watched you send out probably 1,000 packs.
No, I see where you're coming from, Rez. I know exactly where you're coming from.
Yeah.
But
I see the
I
other
also
side
see
too,
Eagle's
right?
point. Yeah, I also see his point too. I mean,
Yep.
I'd be hypocritical if I could never said I felt that way, because the only time I was ever paid for preaching a sermon was the only sermon I've ever preached behind a pulpit, because I don't go to pulpits, right? And I was making $200,000 a year of my own business, right? Construction at that time. Pastor got sick. When I got done preaching, they handed me a $50 check, and I was like, "What's this for?" They're like, well, that's what a temporary sit-in gets. He gets $50 for the sermon. I'm like, what? Oh, it just made me nauseous in my stomach. It made me nauseous. So I respect the way you feel. I really do.
Oh, the only thing that I ask is
I
when
love
it
you,
comes
man.
back
I
and
say
it
that.
fires up back to normal, come back. Come back. That's all I can
I'm looking
ask.
every night.
That's all
I'm looking
I-
at the phone every night. Is it going to show up? Is it going to show up? I'm already
I've been
up,
actually
you know.
kind of sleep schedule. I just keep setting my alarm at 2:30. I figure, well, I would too, but then there's been a few times where you popped in a little bit later, right? And then I'm thinking that you're off the next day. Oh fuck, they were just on. Damn. So I set it 30 just to see, and I'm like, oh, nice.
But me and SoCal have the advantage. We're a couple hours behind you.
That's the thing
I'm
I
still
want
up,
right
so
there.
I'm-
It's just to get back that regularity for everybody. You know what I mean? That's what I'd like to see.
Well, you said it's
I'm looking.
regular right now. You're doing Mondays, right? So that's we go with that schedule.
Guaranteed
Go with that
Monday.
schedule. And if somebody wants to fill in, I'll jump on and talk.
I'll do whatever time,
But
anytime, every time.
Yeah, I can do a
You guys
day.
make-
You know,
make
I
sure-
can do a couple of days, whatever, man. You need some help. That's no
Probably
big
good
deal.
enough, I think.
Make
I'm
sure
sure we can.
everybody
I'm sure
heard the
somebody's
thing
gonna
that he
hop
said.
on with me. I ain't gonna be left there alone.
I'm sure we could do
But he
we
did.
can organize a West Coast takeover as well.
So,
Well, he did say that everybody heard there in chat because he kind of cut off at the end. He said you have to be able to have a setup that can control it. Like me, I'm a phone, I can't control it, or I had to get my laptop set up. So he make sure anybody out there can control it. Johnny knows how to control it. Anybody else that's using a laptop, hell, guys, we can get on here.
well, it's
We can
not
talk.
necessarily
It works on a
a
phone.
must, but it just makes it easier until you get your first
yeah.
guest or whatever to be able to, you know, bounce back and forth
We
and
don't-
chat a little bit till
I ain't talking about no guests. I'm talking about
Another
we
person.
world.
Yeah,
that's what I'm
I
saying
totally
too. Well,
understand what you're saying. Yeah, that makes sense because before you have somebody else in there, then you're just kind of flying by the seat of your pants,
Rambling.
kind of just talking about.
yeah.
Yeah.
You got to kind of talk to Chad a little bit until somebody pops in and gives you somebody else to talk to. That's where that comes in.
Yeah.
I mean, can we
Smiley,
bring?
when's our next organic takeover?
Is this just a Weed
What's
World,
that?
news, or is it going to be like
When's the next organic?
a guest on, or what?
I said no guests for me.
It'd be nice to keep it Weed World, but I'm open to ideas. If we would just call it a special or whatever, or even separate entities.
Oh, it's still
you know what I mean?
it's still your Eagles.
I'm even
it's
open
still
to
your
that.
show.
You know what I mean? Even separate entities. You know. What I
Very.
mean?
You know, I'd like to interview. See, I know you said you could, so I don't want to step on it. But if you don't care,
No,
I'd even
no.
Bobby Bronco. He can talk about his vaccination and then being sick every single day since he got the shot, and he just got COVID too. 2 months exactly. In 3 weeks after he got the shot, getting it, he got.
The shot ain't doing a damn bit of good. I mean, maybe
Imagine
people
that.
ain't dying because of it, but I don't know.
Nobody
Well-
gets the flu anymore.
Yeah, we don't necessarily want to put a real bad mark on the channel as well.
Yeah,
So,
no, I know.
No doubt. Drop that subject.
But
Yeah,
he's got some crazy.
shit. I got 3 hits yesterday on old episodes, random episodes, 300s, 300 episodes, and 1 fucking 400 episode. Got
are they
fucking
going back
fucked
and
with
checking them
yesterday.
out or what?
I don't know. It was like 3 in a row. Boom, boom, boom. All within an hour between 8 and 9 yesterday.
Holy shit.
I'm pretty sure mine got taken down too, didn't it? Didn't mine get a hit because I was doing bong rips the whole time?
I don't think so. I think it might be hard to find, but there's only a couple episodes that I know of that have been taken down.
They've probably taken a few of mine down.
Well, Wolverine Grower, that's when I got it's like 0 to 50. Those episodes are the ones that were in danger. And that's because I would fucking do the episode, and then without shutting down, I would go into the rabbit hole back then. You know what I mean? Without shutting down. And I'd let the guests go and then instantly start playing music, whatever, and fucking
Bam.
yep, certain songs fucking completely. This
Oh, yeah.
episode is blocked because you played that song. Fuck. At that point, the episode's down, and they fucking you ain't shit you can do about it.
The only thing you can do on
after
some
that,
of those,
I got
think,
smarter and divided them up before I got cocky. That's why I shut them down now, the spotlight, and then start up the other one. So the spotlight's protected.
there's a way to get around that too, but you got to do a lot of adding on your bottom. I don't know the exact way to do it, but you have to tag all three of the music companies, I think, or what multiple of the musical companies on each of the things. So as long as you tag every music company in a way, a certain way, somebody out there may correct me, I may be saying the wrong thing, but it's as long as those three are on there on every one for the cover to cover each song, they can't do anything about it. They gotta let it up. They can't do it for a copyright for the song, but some places, some musicians, yeah, they can.
Well, you could
I was
use
watching that.
permission to play anything you want from our catalog of music. We already told
They were, yeah. Actually, I used a bunch of it for a long time there. What's funny is even if it sounds close to like the dad song, that's why the dad song changed, because the initial dad song was Intermission from The Offspring, and it's the same T for two, except they'd go intermission. You know what I mean? So I found the current dad song, and it was so close that if we go actually do like that during the dad song, the Offspring will fucking hit that episode and try to claim that song, even if it's for like 5 seconds. They're like, "That's our song." I'm like, "No, it's not."
That's because the Offspring watches the show.
that's awesome.
Pretty fly for a white guy.
The Offspring watches. Yeah, the Offspring watches.
So
watches
and
the show.
Pretty fly for a white guy. Do they tag you for singing their songs?
No,
Oh,
they just tell me that future revenue will go to them.
Really? Even if
Yeah,
you're
that's
singing
why
their
I
song?
still. That's why I still play it. I'm like, fuckers, I'm never getting a penny for this. You're the suckers here.
Unless you buy ASCAP. If you buy an ASCAP license, you can get by with a whole lot. You can have it playing the whole time the show's on if you have an ASCAP.
Shit, if I ever switch the show over to fucking Spotify lets you play their library on the show. So long as the music's on Spotify, you can play that shit.
That's weird. Is that so? It's just the YouTube thing. They're the ones that are the real sticklers on them.
Well, actually, I can even like the audio episodes when I log just the audio, put that on Spotify. I have the option to add music to the episode. I could add a song and whatever. It's just awkwardly, you know what I mean? How do you break up an episode like this and then throw in, just take a pause, everybody, and throw in a song in the middle of it? You know what I mean?
But now, okay, let me. Isn't it possible when you're playing a song live that if you put a banner up down at the bottom, like we have on our names down here, isn't it possible you could, when you're giving them credit? I mean, it's not like, you know what I'm saying? You're not, and you're not monetized, right? The show's not monetized. So you're not making any money and you're giving them credit. You're playing them for free. So realistically, you're like a radio station now and you're not getting paid from anybody to post it. So how is that they couldn't, I don't think they could do anything about it. because you're.
Well, I see that on Instagram.
I think the only way I
YouTube can do whatever they want.
they do it. There's a lot of music videos you see that aren't necessarily the artist. Like there's somebody else has uploaded them, but put a picture of the album cover on the back. They do tag the like record company and la 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 la. I don't necessarily know how that works, but that's how they do it.
Yeah, you don't need to tag the record company as long as you got the band. The record company gets the money no matter what. The band's what's selling the money, so they want you to post the band. But like our stuff, so we're on Spotify, we're on YouTube too. You know, all of our stuff is free.
I've got permission from Mendo Dope, but I still get in trouble for playing Mendo Dope.
That's because
I've never went through the process to go. They said, look,
but songs are their songs charge for their songs. Right? You have to buy their, you know, like
No.
our free.
Spotify, I know you can get like every Mendo Dope song there is for free.
Yeah, into the service, right?
Yeah.
So once
I'm
you
gonna get off here because he said he wanted to go home. He wanted to
Yeah, I was
So
going to
I'm gonna
say
get off.
we're milking his time off.
Yeah, we're
here.
milking this
Yeah.
time here.
So,
Thanks, Eagle.
Hey, but I
Yep.
do want to say something here before I leave. I got a very important meeting tomorrow. I got planning commission meeting is going to vote on the new ordinance. I've already seen the new ordinance. I've had a preview of it. It looks good. Hopefully they'll pass that tomorrow, and move on to the next stage. So big day for me tomorrow.
Nice. Well,
Just
right
like
on,
that.
man.
good luck.
Yes,
send you
definitely.
good vibes, brother.
Yeah.
It's nice hanging out with
Thank you
everybody.
for popping in, brother.
good to
See y'all
you.
later.
Love you, brother. Wish you the best
You
today.
too.
That's one good dude right there.
Yeah. All right, Rez, did you freeze? I think
I
Rez
can't tell
froze.
Yeah, I was wondering that too.
Yeah.
It's a good pose to get frozen, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Usually it's with a stupid face. You know, I'm like.
All right,
All right.
then, Eagle. On that note, I'm going to say my offer still stands too. So I love you, brother.
Hey Johnny,
that
before
too,
you go,
brother.
Yeah.
Johnny, Eagle brother, fuck you.
Yeah, you son of a bitch. He just snookered me. Huh?
That was good.
Ah, that was excellent. All right, on that note, Eagle, props, man. We'll
Good
talk to you
day,
later.
Jack. Love you,
All right.
brother.
Gentlemen, Eagle, luck. And talk to you guys soon. Much love,
Thank
guys.
you, Sony. Have a great day.
You
Love
guys,
brother. Have a good day.
too, man. Take care.
That's fine. All right, Eagle.
Have a good day, brother.
Oh, yeah. Have a great day. Love you, bro.
Missed your green fingers ass. Take care, brother.
Love you, bro.
Love you. Have a good day. Those of you that are left watching, thank you guys. I greatly appreciate your time. I do look forward to seeing you guys all in the future. It is what it is. Tuck and roll. I ain't quitting. It's just going to be spotty. So with that being said, you guys know the deal. If this is the end of your day, your journey, please get some rest. This beginning of your day, your journey, please take time for a little bit of self-care, a little bit of love. After that, go out there, have an amazing, prosperous day. Throughout the day, please find time to do something nice for somebody. Brandon Max Kindness do save lives. I am a living, breathing example of that. With that being said, I am out of here. Hopefully, I will see you guys soon. I love you. Take care.